are going to be back in town as well. They used to play for the Denver Broncos. So it's going to be a huge game, emotional game for many different reasons. One, for DT, the Super Bowl 50 team. And then, Zach, all of a sudden there's a bunch of hype and drama going on the social media,
how
man.
about this? I mean, I did not have this on my bingo card. Go ahead and just sort of.
No, so it started with Jonathan Cooper talking about Jackson Dart and his chain and him being young. I didn't think was a bad thing Jonathan Cooper said. All he's saying is, hey, look, like, he's young, he's hungry, he's flashy, and we have to stop him. All right, now, of course, in the back of his head, he's probably saying, I'm ready to go after this young man.
Sure.
He's too cocky.
Sure.
But then all of a sudden you get on that social media and it gets blown up.
That's right.
Gets blown up, and then there's a couple Giants players that didn't like the reaction. Then you have Nick Bonito back in his boy saying something, then deleting the tweet. And then you have, like, a bunch of the Giant fans.
And the tweet real quick. Yeah, and the tweet real quick was, I've never seen a more delusional fan base. Right? And I didn't say it by name, but we know who he's talking about.
Yeah, you got the Giants on the schedule, and we know Giants fans are crazy now. They love their football.
Of course.
They want to win. They have some hope with Jackson Dart. And so ever since Nick Bonito said that, Giants fans, Broncos fans have taken it and run with it, and now they're going back and forth, and you have a bunch of chatter going on, a bunch of arguing, and you got players kind of arguing with other players, and it's just dramatic, man. So you got a 4-2 Denver Broncos team going up against a 2-4 Giants team, but it feels like a Super Bowl.
Yeah, there's a lot to this now, and someone even went into Nick Bonito, DM'd Nick Bonito, and said, hey, we saw the tweet. This is a female Giants fan. Hey, we saw the tweet. To which Benito says back to him,
go ahead, say it.
Like, basically, yeah, you're right. BTA on Sunday, get out of my DMs. And
what does BTA mean?
That's belt to ass. And so
I love it.
I mean, so this thing has taken on a life of its own, really. And there is sugar and spice has been sprinkled on top of this regular season.
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
That's right, but a lot of not nice things are being said, Phil. And so the feathers are getting ruffled, and this has become personal. And Abdul Carter in the locker room is saying, hey, we're going to settle everything on the football field. Like, time for talk is done. It's like, whoa, this is like greasers and Sochas? Like Bloods and Crips within 3 days. Within 3 days, out of thin air. I mean, really, from Jonathan Cooper, out of thin air, this has become a spicy matchup.
I love it, though, man. This is what football is all about. This is what football has been missing. It's some of those rivalries, like the drama, somebody not liking each other. You said it, I want to say, maybe a couple months ago when you're having camps where everybody reunites and you get together and you show off the moves.
Yeah, these summits.
Exactly.
Like, hey, here's what I do well. Do you guys want all my moves? Other teams?
And so
then they do tight ends now.
And so when you do things like that, you get to know each other, and now you don't have bad blood against somebody, or you don't not like them.
Yeah.
Because now you know a little bit more about them. But now that you have a little bit of friction, some conflict, all right, no conflict. When you don't have conflict, there's no story. Now there's a little bit of a story. And if you think that the Denver Broncos are going to fall into a trap game, you throw that out the window.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Throw that out the window now, because now the whole team knows what is up. The whole defense knows and understands what they have to go and do. The offense knows, okay, guys, we can't look like fools on national TV at home against the Giants who think that they can play with us. They're 2-4. Haven't won a game on the road yet, but yet they think they can beat with us. They think they can compete with us. Come on now.
Yeah, this is you want to know what? It's better this way.
It is.
It's better this way. Did you have a team when you were in the NFL that you guys personally disliked, that there was some real human tension?
You know, it was hard with the Denver Broncos because you don't like the Kansas City Chiefs. But the thing about the Kansas City Chiefs is they whooped our ass every year.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a rivalry anymore.
Right.
And so when I was there, I just didn't like anybody, Zach. I'm going to be real with you. When I stepped foot on that football field, I disliked everybody. Because for me, I had a chip on my shoulder already. You guys don't think I belong here. I'm going to show everybody on this football field and whoever else passed up on me, all 32 teams that passed up on me, even my general manager.
Right.
And I'm going to work because I'm just mad at the world right now. But I can't sit here and say a specific team because we were in the drought. I was part of the drought where we weren't winning enough games for people not to like us.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, this is awesome. This is awesome. Super Bowl 50 reunion. I mean, what a cast of characters. What a cast of characters Super Bowl 50 had.
The bad boys.
I mean, they really were. And we're going to be joined by one of them later in the show, and Brandon Marshall, who on a podcast recently said, like, that defense, they were going out every single week. They were, like, turning up. Like to think that these guys were, like,
turned down for what?
I mean, seriously, this was during the season. They were going ham, partying, and still getting their you-know-what together on Sunday and cracking skulls. But you just think of some of the personalities that were on that football team. They were more than just players.
Yeah.
Like, the team had a personality, and the voice reverberated from the defensive side of the ball. And you think of the guys like, you know, obviously Vaughn is the first one that comes to mind, but like someone like Derek Wolfe. Like, Derek's got a screw loose.
He was a scary man to be around. You didn't know what you were going to get out of Derek Wolfe when it came to just being around him. Like, football-wise, he was always ready to play. But when you're sitting around the locker, you were scared to say anything to him because you didn't know if he was in a good mood or a bad mood. I'm telling you, before I really met Derek, I hated him. I envisioned getting my helmet and hitting him across the head when he wasn't looking because he's too big.
Yep.
But
you
there was
you
have to. The man's 6'5", 300 pounds.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. Like,
he is a mountain of a man.
If I punch him and I miss him, I'm done.
Yeah.
There's no you and I, Zach.
Yeah, right.
But as I got to know Derek, and it took me getting hurt and being in the training room with this man,
right,
then I started to understand his personality, to understand his sense of humor, which was a dry, morbid sense of humor. But we started to connect and hit it off well, and now I can talk to Derek Wolfe anytime and feel free to say whatever I want, knowing that I know he's not going to come at me.
Yeah.
Come at me. So he was a guy that on the football field you loved, but you were walking on eggshells every time you were in the locker room with him.
Yeah, I mean, Aqib Talib is another one. Just like part of the soundtrack of that football team. Always something to say. I mean, I was joking earlier in the week when I said, you know, Jonathan Cooper's going to snatch Jackson Dart's chain. Like, Aqib Talib actually snatched the chain off of Crabtree in a football game, in an NFL game. Like, these were the type of people that were on the Super Bowl 50 defense.
Would you remember when that Titans receiver cut Chris Harris in the knee?
Yes, that was Harry Douglas, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. And Talib and Douglas had the same agent.
Yes.
And I'll never forget, and you know this, and a lot of Broncos country knows this, like, you get done with the game, Talib interrupts T.J. Ward and pretty much says he's going to beat his you-know-what when he sees him because they have the same agent.
Yeah, when I see him in Atlanta, I'm going to whoop his ass.
That's a straight dog. Yeah. That's the type of players you want on your team.
And it was so funny when Chris Harris is at his – or who was talking? No,
T.J. Ward and Talib.
And Talib, his way of telling the media who he's ready to talk, he's like, y'all ready for me yet? And they just like turned like, yep. Here's a microphone.
Here you go.
I mean, but and then you have the most buttoned up leader in NFL history quarterbacking the team in Peyton Manning, and someone like Demaryius Thomas. And I cannot wait to play for you this Demaryius Thomas tribute that we have ready for you in just a couple minutes. It's special, man. It's really special, and you're only going to hear it here. It's powerful, but having DT, this thoroughbred of an athlete, matched up with this more slender, slight, also outspoken Emmanuel Sanders, you know, who's tougher than a $2 steak, coming across the middle. And then, I mean,
you gotta love it, Zach. I wish I could have truly played with those boys. Like, to interact with some of them is just I was lucky, but I wish I was in that locker room
at that time because you got to play with most of them.
No, for sure, but at that time when they were in their prime, when they were excited about playing the game, when some of them were trying to still get paid.
Sure.
Once I got there, they were already done.
Yep.
They were done. They were cashed out. They have already had their money.
Yep.
Super Bowl 50 came and went, and it was what it was.
All right, man, we're going to have a fun show today live from Chopper Sports Grill. This weekend, Broncos country will celebrate the Super Bowl 50 team. How many members of this current number one defense in the NFL would start on the Super Bowl 50 team? We're going to have a hard conversation coming up next.
Denver and New York are set for a mile-high showdown. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
How good does it feel to let go of 82 pounds in just 16 weeks?
And I feel free.
Soda Weight Loss is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results.
In 16 weeks, I lost 82 pounds because I had learned how to eat smarter. And that's what soda does. They don't just help you lose weight fast, they help you keep it off with habits that last a lifetime.
No hunger, no shots, no guesswork.
You probably saved my life. I mean, I was 30 pounds overweight. I went on soda, and now I'm healthy, and I just got off my blood pressure medicine and my cholesterol medicine, and that is amazing to me.
With Soda Weight Loss, you get real support to help you let go of the weight for good. And now it's easier than ever. Join Soda Weight Loss now, and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
Upgrade your hunting arsenal with premium brands at great prices during the Shields Hunting Sale event happening now through October 19th. Scope out savings on your favorite brands in camo, rifles, ammunition, and so much more. Like $200 off the Sitka Fanatic jacket and up to $500 off the Leupold VX5 HD rifle scope. Join the community of hunters who trust Shields experts to outfit their adventures and get more bang for your buck now through October 19th at Shields.
The cost of everything is still out of control, and many of us are relying on credit cards to cover essentials. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created a smart equity loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike a HELOC, which can have varied interest rates, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. That means one predictable monthly payment, giving you peace of mind. This loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your existing low mortgage rate intact. It only takes 10 minutes to get started with no upfront or hidden fees. Call American Financing today and start saving now at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
All right, we're coming back here. Off and rolling. Here on a Friday, October 17th. Oh my gosh.
October, spooky season.
Sounds like I started early on a Friday here, live from Chopper Sports Grill. Goodness gracious. What's up, Phil? You doing all right?
Woo! I'm great, man. It's a Friday. We're talking about football. We'll get into a little bit of Avs. I mean, I get to do this job with you. All right, you always make me look good, man. I don't know what it is.
Well,
but I'm happy to be here.
I'm leading the show in assists. To just tee you up and you sort of alley-oop it. We have so much to get to today, Phil. We really do. It's going to be a really, really fun show. I just met a few listeners. I just got to give them a shout-out here.
Please do.
Two things real quick. We have a couple that drove 10 hours through the night last night in part to be here today and then go to the Broncos game this weekend, and they're going to go to another Bruins Avs Saturday night. And they showed up. They're tired, from driving, and but they're here at Choppers, and I wanted to give them a shout out. And then someone separate told me he's 23 years old, and he said something that I've never heard before until today. He said, "Man, I've been listening to you since I was a kid."
Wow.
And it just sort of checks me. Right, this is my 9th football season. So he was 13 years old riding in the car with his dad, and now he's in his 20s and listening every day, but no one's ever phrased it like that to me. I've been listening to you since I was a kid.
Does that make you feel old?
It makes me feel old a little bit, but it also checks me of you're in my mind's eye sometimes I still feel new in Denver.
Yeah.
Just because I can't explain it, but that it checks that of no, you've been here for a while.
Yeah, you've been around here for a little while now.
That was really cool to hear.
You're on my stepping grounds, around my streets.
Yes.
I'd let you do it, Zach.
Yes, you do. I get the G-Pass from Phil, from hometown Phil. I get the G-Pass.
Yeah, it's okay.
You get to go in any community I want. I love it.
You're not bad. You're not a bad guy.
All right, so I got to ask the question, okay? This weekend we're going to be celebrating the Super Bowl 50 team. How many members of this current Broncos defense, which is being lauded as the best defense in the National Football League, how many of these guys would have had a crack at starting on the Super Bowl 50 defense?
Man, this is hard.
And by the way, I'm going to ask Brandon Marshall this as well.
I was going to say, Zach.
I'm going to ask Brandon Marshall this later in the show as well.
That, he's going to be upset because it's man, how can you break that group up when they won the Super Bowl? And, you don't ever want to step on anybody's toes. So if I'm going down this list, obviously you got to start with PS2. All right, Defensive Player of the Year. What he is doing is dominant. Nobody else is doing it. He will go to the Hall of Fame. He's already on pace to go to the Hall of Fame.
Definitely.
And so you have to put him in that mix. Now, are we just going to say, hey, this is who could be on the Super Bowl 50 team, or are we taking a Super Bowl 50 team member off of it?
We're taking a Super Bowl 50 member team off of it.
Why are you making me do this?
So in this case, because PS2's got to start.
Okay,
PS2's got to start, okay? Akib on one side.
Yeah. Roby has to go.
Bradley Roby has to get sat down.
Roby has to go.
He's a depth piece now.
He is a depth piece, and it's crazy to say that at Ohio State. But Roby, although Roby was really good and he had great instincts, great IQ, and was able to get turnovers, you can't sit PS2 behind Roby.
You can't do it.
So Roby is a depth piece in this case. Now the Super Bowl 50 team is even more elite. It's crazy to say that.
Hard to imagine, but right?
Now they just upgraded. Now they were a 96. Now they're at a 98 overall if you're playing Madden.
Yeah. I don't want to ask who would be the number 1 corner, Aqib Talib or PS2, because Aqib in his prime is really, he's the league's best. Pat Surtain is the league's best.
I'm going to still – no. As of right now, it's still Aqib. Because of the turnovers. Aqib is going to get the turnovers.
He made so many plays on the ball. That's such a good point. I think he's the all-time leader in pick sixes in Broncos history.
He is, and he was very aggressive. Whereas PS2, he's long, he's rangy, but he's not as aggressive as I would like a cornerback to be. If I'm just being honest, I want my cornerback to get down and dirty. Now, I'm not saying PS2 is a punk. PS2 is going to go up there and make the play. But mentality-wise, you need to leave on that field as your leader leading the cornerback group.
Gosh, it almost feels yucky having this conversation, but I almost halfway want to put a poll out on Twitter.
You might as well.
Who would be the number 1 shutdown corner, guarding the best receiver from the other team? So if you're playing Super Bowl, who's the best receiver on the Panthers? Was it Steve Smith at the time? Probably. Who's covering Steve Smith? Is it PS2? Is it Aqib Talib? It's a good point about the ball production. From Aqib.
He's a ball hawk. That's something that PS2 is still lacking for some odd reason. He's sticky in coverage. He's going to make the pass break up. but we want more interceptions. Sean Payton wants more interceptions. That's something he talked about with PS2 before the season even started this year was, hey, to take your game to another level, which is insane to say because you're Defensive Player of the Year, you got to get the turnovers.
Yeah. Would Zach Allen start over either Derek Wolfe or Malik Jackson? I'm just asking a question. The guy's an all-pro, led the league in quarterback hits last year.
I guess, Zach, I guess we're substituting Malik Jackson. You're not taking away Derek Wolfe.
Man, you want to know what's crazy?
You're not taking away Derek Wolfe.
You want to know
in
what's
his
crazy?
Prime.
You know, they're both amazing.
Yeah, they are.
But I think at the time, Malik Jackson was even just a tick better than Derek was. And again, I'm talking about like a guy who was a 97 against a 98.
Because Derek didn't have the contract yet.
Derek did take. I think he got paid early that year. I think he took the hometown discount. He took the hometown discount, got paid during that year, and Malik Jackson was the one that hit free agency and got the big bag. Derek got a big bag, but Malik got an even bigger bag.
He was like, I'm out of here. Adios, I'm out of here. I know I'm not going to be here, so I'm out. I'm going with Derek Wolfe.
So you're going to bench Derek Wolfe?
No. I'm starting Derek with Malik Jackson.
I heard you wanted to bench Derek Wolfe, and now he's looking for you. That's what I heard.
He said, keep one eye open.
Man, that's a tough one. I'd want to think about that because Zach Allen is really, really good. Really, really. I mean, all pro good.
He's getting the pressures. He's a leader. I wonder how that would go with how Derek Wolfe's personality is and Zach Allen though. Like it's all about personality when you're matching these guys up too. Malik Jackson and Derek Wolfe, they had a really good bond, and they just they meshed well. Does Derek Wolfe mesh well with Zach Allen?
I think Zach Allen would mesh well with anyone, honestly. And that contrast of personality, that can just happen. Like how different is Garrett Bowles from Mike McGlinchey? You know, like those two, like right there, just they're just they're going to
like
be
water
different.
and oil.
Is Nick Benito starting over DeMarcus Ware opposite of Von Miller?
I knew you were going to bring this one up. I was hoping that you would just pass over it. Does Nick Benito, going into year 4 for him now, he had 3 years. He's playing for 3 years, and he's getting better every single year.
And DeMarcus was at the end.
He was at the end. But my man went to a Pro Bowl too, DeMarcus. He went to a Pro Bowl that year.
Yeah, but he was 7.5 sacks that year that he went to the Pro Bowl.
See, this is where things get sticky. Because if you ask anybody on that Super Bowl 50 team, and I can't wait to ask Brandon Marshall this question, DeMarcus Ware was the backbone, the leader of that group, of that unit, the defensive unit. And you need your leader, just like Gabe, right? We need Gabe. We need Gabe because he brings a different mentality to the Avalanche that has been missing, that physicality that has been missing, that vocal leader that kind of keeps everybody on track. And when things kind of get dicey in that locker room, you can count on Gabe to kind of break it up. That was DeMarcus Ware. See, Payton didn't mess with the defense. That was DeMarcus Ware's job.
Sure. He was like the Peyton Manning of the defense.
He was the Peyton Manning of the defense.
Yeah, in terms of leadership style and approach.
There's and although Peyton – he wasn't at his best that Super Bowl year, there's no Super Bowl without Peyton Manning. It's hard to believe because Peyton came back and was really, really good when he needed to be. So for that with DeMarcus Ware, I'm sorry, Nick Benito, I'm not benching DeMarcus Ware I'm not benching DeMarcus Ware for Nick Benito right now.
Man, I love DeMarcus Ware.
Love that leader, man.
Love him
you need
so
that
much.
Leader.
And he was a great leader, a great player. But if we're talking about starting on the football field, I think I'm taking Nick Benito right now, this version of Nick Benito right now,
Torpedo Bonito, huh?
over 2015 DeMarcus Ware. Now, if it's 2008 DeMarcus Ware went for 20 sacks. But we're talking about 2015 DeMarcus Ware, and I love DeMarcus Ware. One of my favorite experiences in my almost 9 years here at the Fan was we did what was called Lunch with a Legend, and we did at Ruth Chris, and they sold out the entire floor of Ruth Chris, and we were up there with DeMarcus for a full hour, and it was so cool, and he was so great. But I have to put the sentiment aside and say Nick Benito, I think, is starting opposite of Von Miller.
Oh man, I mean, so. like Von and Nick Benito. I mean, like Nick Benito looks up to Von Miller.
Yeah,
watches his film, picks his brain. Still, I guarantee Von's talking to him. So, I mean, that's a hard one, but I'm going with DeMarcus Ware. you got to keep the captain there,
That's
the
fair.
leader.
That's fair.
You can't go without your leader, man.
Oh, man.
The Wolfpack, go without the leader.
Well, I can't wait to ask Brandon Marshall about this, see how he reacts.
Oh, he's going to be upset.
It may have been a while since you heard Demaryius Thomas's voice and how gentle it was. You're going to hear from Demarcus, you're going to hear from Demaryius.
Just start Demarcus, man.
And Peyton Manning in a really awesome tribute coming up next.
After a busy offseason, are the Denver Nuggets ready to make another run to the NBA Finals?
Right now, with this roster and an engaged Jamal Murray, I don't think there's a group of 5 basketball players in the world that can beat the Denver Nuggets in a 7-game series. I don't think it exists, if these things go right.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is up, guys? Phillip Lindsay here, and I want to tell you about my new obsession, and that's with Daisy's French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching any big-time game. And now that Daisy's has come out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip, along with the Daisy Ranch Dip, guys, these are definitely game changers that you're not going to want to miss out on. They're as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you can find in your own kitchen. So if you want to be blown away like I was, then you need to give Daisy's French Onion Dip a try today. You can find Daisy's French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Phillip Lindsay here with Williams Jewelers. If you're like me, well, diamonds and fine jewelry were never on my radar before I met the love of my life. But gentlemen, there comes a time when it's time for you to step up, when it's time for you to get out that comfort zone and tell her exactly how you feel. And guys, nothing says I love you like diamonds from Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler. From one humble little store in Inglewood, they've grown into 2 locations and have become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. Fellas, come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver of every size, shape, and price range. And the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever seen. They'll share with you all the secrets of the business, then give you the best price in Colorado. Guaranteed. It's time for you to step up, fellas. It's time for you to shine. Go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. Williams Jewelers, Denver's first family of fine jewelers in Tree Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Beverly. And let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest looks all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what you'll find. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Lindenwood with pregame starting at 5:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Wyoming with pregame starting at 1. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 4. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. And on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey faces off with Lindenwood for Game 2 with pregame starting at 5:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, hanging out on a Bud Light Football Friday at Chopper Sports Grill. We're going to be here until about 6 o'clock. Would love to see you. Really unique spot here at Choppers. And this is going to be a big weekend, an important weekend. A lot of memories. Super Bowl 50 team, the 10-year anniversary. It's just so crazy the way that time just marches on. That was 10 years ago. And so many of those guys are going to be back from that squad. And then on the same weekend, Demaryius Thomas is going to be immortalized in the Ring of Fame. It's just a lot. And we're going to try our best here on the show to honor those guys and give them the attention that they so richly deserve. And with that in mind, we are going to do what they call in our business. I'm going to teach you a new term, Phil.
All right, teach it to me, teacher.
Lay out.
Lay out.
Lay out. It's when you just take a step back and you don't say anything.
All right.
Because this is going to be a special tribute that's going to start with Peyton Manning, okay, and some of his words from a few years ago, and leading into some comments from Demaryius Thomas through the years. And it's been a while since I actually heard DT's voice. And so this will be pretty special. Go ahead, Dante.
A special and unique guy, obviously an incredible player, dependable, accountable, tough, hardworking, unselfish, all the things you want in a great teammate, much less an incredibly talented receiver. But off the field, he was every bit as good a person as he was a player. Very giving to all of his teammates' charities, great with all the players and families, coaches' families and kids. So It's been really tough. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. He will be dearly missed. He was great to my kids, great to my family, which is more important than any touchdown that he ever caught for me. But the thing I'll say is, he was a big reason why I came out here to play. I knew what he had done in just 2 years, but I also knew what he was capable of doing, and that was a big part of the attractiveness of coming out to play for the Broncos. So for so many reasons, I'm very indebted and thankful to Demaryius.
Even when I was a ball player, I tried to, be calm, be humble, because at the end of the day, I wanted to be seen as Demaryius Thomas, not the football player Demaryius Thomas.
Congratulations, son. Quick throw, Demaryius Thomas uses the stiff arm. There he goes!
Down the seam. Thomas there, caught first down at the 27.
Sails it downfield. Thomas there. He made the catch. What a catch by Payton.
My main thing is to give back. I never wanted to be the super famous guy, because there's a lot of people come from where I come from that don't have the opportunity. I was one of them. So now I want to get the chance to try to help some of those people.
With the 22nd pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Demaryius Thomas.
Made a lot of plays, and I'm a good guy. Happy to be a Denver Bronco.
And it wasn't just all about going and get the catch. It was times where we need a big block, I might do that, or whatever it was. I was just making sure I could be there for my team and my guys, so I can, take pressure off somebody maybe, or, spring up or open a big block for somebody, whatever it was. It wasn't never really about me. I was trying to do it for the team.
Here we go. First snap of the overtime. Shotgun for Tim Tebow. Short motion is Eddie Royal. Tim play fakes in the pocket. Sets. Got him at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50.
Here we go. 40, 35, foot race. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. Denver is over. It's over in Denver.
Denver's going on to New England. They won it on the first play of overtime.
It's like it was yesterday. Every time I see it, every time I watch it, I still get the chills, because it was just crazy. I didn't know I had won the game. I didn't know the game was over with, because if I knew the game was over, I just would have went through the tunnel.
That was the first year of the new playoffs rules, and I wasn't probably paying attention when they talked about it.
Every one of them special when we play them. I play everyone like it's a special, like it's my last one. So it's going to be a good day today.
I tried to do what I could do. Every play, if it was going to catch a ball, if it was going to block somebody, I try to put my everything in it every time.
Manning, quick throw. He's got Demaryius Thomas. Thomas inside the 25. Inside the 20. Here we go. 10, 5. Touchdown, Denver. The big wide receiver just pinballed off a Cardinal defender. Payton, empty backfield. Three-man rush. He bounces around. He throws. E.T. is there. Are they going to say touchdown? Touchdown, Demaryius Thomas. Move over Brett Favre and make room for the new king.
It was a special play, and I was so happy to be a part of it and be the one to catch it. Having the group learning together as a whole and one, thinking like one, that's when the best came out of all of us. I still remember Super Bowl 50 right here. It's on me. I ain't gonna never forget it. I grew up, I don't know where it come from. When I never tried to say I was the best at something, but I was always the one to try to prove I was the best at something. I was never grew up to disrespect, but I was never scared of nothing. No regrets, no fear.
It's The Drive on the Fan.
Will Sean Payton get the offense back on track? Can Vance Joseph's defense continue its historic start to the season? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show. Live from Mile High Station starting at noon. Presented by Modelo. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about how you're feeling. Seriously, how you feeling on this Friday? How's your energy level? Do you feel desperate to get to the weekend because you're feeling sluggish, you have low energy, it's felt like you've been working for 10 straight days and not 5 because your sleep patterns are off, You don't make it to the gym like you used to. When you do drag yourself there, it feels exactly like that, just a drag. Guys, believe it or not, these could be tied back to symptoms of low testosterone, which just happens to us men as we age. You didn't do anything wrong. But I encourage you, go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com, take the low T quiz on their website, simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. It takes you literally 2 minutes. From there, you can schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They'll draw your blood. They'll have the results within 30 minutes. A Colorado licensed medical provider will review those results with you, discuss your options, and you'll make a decision together with their medical team. There's no pressure. Cost of the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test, and if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is completely free. Fellas, we have one life to live. Don't spend yours wondering if you're suffering from low testosterone. Go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. These days, we expect everything fast. Streaming, food delivery, even same-day shipping. So why should using the equity in your home to get cash be any different? At Cake Mortgage, we get fast. We just got a client approved for $300,000 in under 24 hours with our Cake Fast Cash program. If you're struggling with high-interest debt, roll it into one low monthly payment and save hundreds or more each month. The best part? You'll keep your current mortgage rate and only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE. Again, that's 1-800-EAT-CAKE or visit cakehome.com. To learn more now.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Klis. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Wow, welcome back to it. And we just played the tribute to Demaryius Thomas that I told you you're only going to hear on The Drive.
Yeah.
And
I almost teared up a little bit, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
You are not kidding. You are not kidding. And that's why I just wanted to just go to break as soon as we got back, because that was really, really That was a lot.
You just tend to forget like people's voices when they're not there too.
Correct.
You know, and when I was with DT, and I told you this off air, he was at the end of his career where he wasn't really talking to a lot of people. You know, the only people he would talk to is D-Stu. You had Emmanuel, a couple of Brandon Marshall. And so he kind of kept to himself. And every once in a while he'll talk to us, he'll laugh, and I'm sure that Cortland and them got to hear his voice a lot more. He's in the receiving room.
Right.
So to be able to hear his voice again, and it's been a long time, it's just like, wow, man. It's sad. It's sad.
It is. It's heartbreaking. I'm going to read a few RamosLaw.com texts here in order that they came in a way that I typically don't do. Joe Majestic says, damn, you guys got me crying in the car like a little baby. Rest in peace, King Thomas. A little bit harder to actually do.
Yeah.
A little bit harder to actually do. Lot of reaction. Lot of reaction.
Yeah.
To DT, and what we just played.
Man.
Unique. You know, the amount of times that I heard from people that said, better guy than player. You know, better teammate than player. You know, and he was a great player. And here's the thing about Demaryius, is that when you're a wide receiver, you play a dependent position. You are often your success
comes off the quarterback.
It comes off the quarterback's success. Demaryius caught passes from Trevor Siemian, Brock Osweiler, Paxton Lynch, Tim Tebow, Kyle Orton, and he burned bright with the 4 years with Peyton Manning, for sure. But like you wonder, it's like, what would DT's numbers look like if he had 7 years of prime Peyton, or even like a Bo Nix, as opposed to a Tim Tebow or a Trevor Siemian or a Paxton Lynch? I mean,
but see, you know, that's what made him so unique and so dominant. Is he didn't need a Bo Nix right now. He didn't need a Peyton Manning at the beginning, where it's just like he was going to get open. He's a big body receiver that was fast. See, people forget that how fast Demaryius was. Now, towards the end of his career, he was banged up and he was older. You're not as fast. We all know that.
Sure.
But when he first got to the league, the man had wheels. He could take a legit screen.
Yeah.
A 1 yard screen,
yes,
and take it for 70 yards.
Yes.
220 pounds.
Yes, and he didn't just do that once.
No. And so he actually made a lot of these quarterbacks look good. He made a lot of these quarterbacks' jobs easy because he got open.
Yep.
And in the NFL, it's hard to get open. Like, getting open's like, literally, it's so small. Like, the window is so small.
Right.
But not for Demaryius.
Right.
It looked like college sometimes because of how fast he was, how big, how long, how strong he was. And so, man, it's just Demaryius is the man. He really is, and it sucks that he's gone so soon.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do what I just said I was going to do a second ago, and try to get through it here, because the amount of
You're not crying. There's just some onion right there.
Yeah, yes, it's in my eye. The amount of RamosLaw.com text messages that have came in since we have played that tribute, it's over 100 in 3 or 4 minutes. I'll try to get through a couple of them here. Oh, my God, I'm bawling my eyes out. Rip DT. That's Jackie listening from Washington. I'm getting misty-eyed in the car with Zach and Phil. Way to bring tears to my eyes while driving. That was beautiful. Thank you. Oh, my God, I'm bawling my eyes out. Rip DT. Sitting here, grown-ass man, trying not to cry over one famous person I've ever cried about. My favorite Bronco. I'll be pouring one out for you tonight. Wow, that was awesome. That brought tears to my eyes. Thank you. Thanks for making me cry on my way to pick up my son from school. How do I tell the other moms? My team is making me cry. Someone else, that just made me want to rush home and hold my daughter.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Great job. Thanks for the tears and making me grateful for today and all that I have. I've had DT's jersey for years. And Robin sends in a picture of her and DT. If you're not crying right now, are you even a fan? That's from Rob, listening from Texas. Damn, what a great tribute. I missed hearing DT's voice, but y'all are making me tear up over here over this DT tribute. Man, that DT segment you guys just played brought tears to my eyes. DT was and always will be my favorite Bronco. I've never met him, but when he passed, it was the first time someone I'd never met passed away that truly affected me deeply. That's Big Dill in Fort Collins. Damn, whoever chopped up that edit behind the glass absolutely nailed it. Hearing DT's voice and perspective is tears immediately. A flood of great Bronco memories. What a solid human. Can't wait to see him celebrated and immortalized on Sunday. So many great memories of DT, but that smile is still my favorite. That was great. Amazing tribute to DT. I'm choked up as well. I don't think that got me hella emotional. Man, DT, that's my daughter's favorite player. He took the time to reply to a letter and sign a hat for her. We really didn't expect to get an answer, and when she received that, all she could do was cry. She's now 19, and she will only wear DT's hat and jersey. Rip to the legend, the one and the only DT. Missed that man. Wow, please play that again. We will later in the show, I promise you. God bless DT and God bless you, Zach. Love you on the drive. That's from Joe. Appreciate that, obviously. On my break at work, and yes, I'm shedding real tears after listening to that. It's like we actually knew DT and didn't actually know him. We love him like a brother and miss him like one too. Thanks for that, Zach and Phil and everyone behind it. That got me hyped for the game on Sunday. Bawling my eyes out. Such a great tribute. Sunday will be powerful. What an amazing tribute to DT. This is someone texting into the station for the first time ever.
Shout out.
Definitely have some onions here. Thank you. Someone says, I missed the tribute. Where can I find it? You're going to hear it again. You know, we should probably just play it once an hour, honestly, because the reaction that we're getting. And there has been 100 text messages that came in since the last time that I said that there was 100. So I'll read one more here. The Lord only takes the best. He gives us time to figure it out. Never thought that I'd cry listening to the fan, but man, DT, you're truly missed in love. I'll be rocking your jersey at the game on Sunday. That's from Taylor in Aurora. All right, obviously not going to be able to get to all these, but I wanted to get to them because the outpouring, I've never seen anything quite like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, it's hard to read those too. It's hard to hear them.
It is.
You did a great job. So I'm glad I don't know how to read, so I don't cry. So I don't cry as I'm reading.
That is perfect levity for this moment. Goodness gracious. I did not, it just didn't see it for myself, but it's just happening here, so we're just going to let it happen. All right. We're going to shift gears a little bit, okay? What is the single biggest key for the Broncos to beat the Giants? I want to hear your answer to that question coming up next.
Will Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper wreak havoc on Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboot? Will Bo Nix shake off the tough outing in London? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
The Fed has finally dropped interest rates, and that's great news for American homeowners. Wages are flat, prices keep climbing, and for many, the only way to make ends meet is to lean on credit cards. If you're a homeowner, I want you to call my friends at American Financing. Right now, interest rates have dropped. Many homeowners are seeing options in the low 5s. Compare that to credit cards charging rates in the 20s or higher. American Financing can help you pay off that expensive debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your budget under control. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are saving customers an average of $800 a month. And if you get started today, you may be able to delay your next mortgage payment. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Haven't filed taxes in 3 or more years? You're not alone, and you're not out of options. Join Todd from Advanced Tax Solutions for a free workshop on Tuesday, October 21st at 5:30 p.m. and get answers to the big questions, like can you still get a refund? What if the IRS filed for you? How far back do you need to file? And what happens if you've moved and don't even know the IRS is coming after you? Don't wait for a letter from the IRS to find out where you stand. Instead, call 303-753-6040 to sign up for this free workshop.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical, but one had an Orchard sign and it sold for way more. So I asked my friends at Orchard, why? The first house used a traditional agent. After weeks of price drops and frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard and got more. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list a home, they marketed it. They knew exactly which upgrades would attract serious buyers and brought in a pro to handle everything. And even more, with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, the homeowner moved into their new home before their old one even hit the market. They skipped all the hassles and showings. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to buy your new home, even before your old home sells. Start with Orchard's free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
Otto, did you hear that?
It's quiet. Too quiet.
That's because it's the all-new Kia Sorento Hybrid. Runs so smooth, it's practically supernatural.
Phew. So not a ghost car?
Nope. Just 655 miles of spooky good range and fuel economy that'll make your wallet scream. What a treat. Don't ghost us. Test drive the 2025 Kia Sorento Hybrid during the Kia Fall Savings Event at Foundation Kia, where the deals are so good.
It's scary.
Visit FoundationKia.com and catch a ride.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Hey, it's winning season in Colorado, and now your home can score big too. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton is giving 25% off Infinity by Marvin windows. That's a bigger win than competition's small plays. With 0 down, no interest financing, and windows built to last decades, not seasons, you'll be set for the long game. Call 303-794-0490 or visit windowsforyourhome.com. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, your home team for windows that last.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Lindenwood with pregame starting at 5:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Wyoming with pregame starting at 1. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 4. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. And on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey faces off with Lindenwood for Game 2 with pregame starting at 5:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you on a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light is in the building. BT Dubs. We are live at Chopper's Sports Grill. All right. And Bud Light actually today, like during the show or right after the show, is going to be giving away a pair of tickets to Broncos Cowboys in one of the most desirable tickets of the Broncos season.
Or you can't make it up.
And they're giving away 2 of them. All right. And they're also going to give away a 2 VIP Bud Light tailgate tickets. All right, you got to be 21 to enter the contest, of course. But it's going to be a fun day. We've already met a handful of listeners here, but there is room for you at Chopper's Sports Grill. All right. And by the way, let me just say this, just between us.
Yeah.
I love ordering Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. I've done it all around Denver. I have never had Philly cheesesteak egg rolls as good as the ones that I just had at Chopper's. It comes with a thing almost like cheese queso type deal. You dip. Oh my God!
Zach, you've been talking about it. Usually you overreact on a lot of things. You're not overreacting on this one.
They just straight fire. Straight fire.
You're gonna have to come down here and try it though.
Man,
bring that butt down here and try it.
We're gonna be here until about 6 o'clock. Okay. Shifting gears, and I've seen a lot. I mean, we've had over 200 text messages in the first hour of the show, and I've seen a handful of people texting into the station for the very first time.
See, and that's great to see. That's great to see. It's also great to hear you not say that you have a bunch of fans out there trying to slap you, who want to slap you across your head through the computer screen.
No, and it's a new hour, so I'm sure I'll hear some of that here moving forward. But, yeah, and the amount of people saying, hey, can you release the first hour of the podcast? I want to hear that tribute again. We're going to play it again.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play it a few times today.
Too good not to.
Yeah, so don't worry. If you heard the tribute and you want to hear it again, you're only going to hear it here on the drive. We'll have it. It'll be up on the podcast. So if you didn't hear it, you need to hear it. And if you heard it and like so many people saying we want to hear it again, we're going to play it again. And we'll try to play it once an hour. Later in today's show, we're going to check in with Mike Klis, find out his biggest key to victory on Sunday. We're going to check in with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall, who was Demaryius Thomas' teammate during that Super Bowl run, and pick his brain on what it was like to be DT's teammate and who DT was. But before all that, let's talk about the game on Sunday. Phil, the single biggest key to victory for the Denver Broncos is blank. Go ahead and fill in that blank presented by Williams Jewelers.
It's offensive execution. We know the defense is going to come to play. There's a lot of dramatic stuff going on around the defense and what Nick Benito has said, Jonathan Cooper has said. They're going to be ready to play. But if you're not ready to play as an offense, it's going to be a long day because it's a defensive game. The Giants have a good defense. Broncos have an elite defense. But can the offense be the one to off-kilter things? Can the offense start to sustain drives? Can they stay on the field long enough? Can we create points, generate some kind of explosive plays throughout this game? Have a little bit of balance. Can Bo Nix start going? Can we come in, like I said yesterday, and start singing our song, Let's Bo now? That's what I want to see. I want to see Bo Nix out there making the right decisions, playing smart, playing fast, anchoring his feet down, all right, stepping into those throws, converting on third downs. And the offensive line is going to have to protect Bo if that's going to be the case. So the offense as a whole, running game, passing game, the offensive line, let's establish the run, establish the pass, be balanced. All right, let Sean go to work with his play calling as we get into some type of rhythm. And let's make this easier than it has to be. Like, truly, like if our defense is playing at an elite level like they were against the Jets, and the Denver Broncos are able to stay on the football field, get a couple touchdowns, this should be an easier game than what people are thinking it's going to be.
Well, the Broncos are right around a 7-point favorite hosting the Giants this weekend. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, but the Giants have not won back-to-back games, just 2 in a row, since the 2023 season. They have lost 8 consecutive road games. So they don't win away from MetLife or haven't.
Yeah.
And then conversely, you look at the Broncos when playing at home. The Denver Broncos have the longest home winning streak in the NFL right now at 7 games. So you have the longest home winning streak in the league against a team who has lost 8 straight on the road and haven't won back-to-back games
and has a
in
young
a couple
rookie
years.
quarterback.
Right.
Like, let's be real, a young rookie quarterback that's going into a hostile environment. Yes, Jackson Dart has had a couple really good games, 3 decent games. But he hasn't seen anything like this Bronco defense yet. He hasn't been in this altitude just yet, Zach.
Well, it should be a long day for Jackson Dart. But going back to your key to victory, offensive execution, if the Broncos don't handle business offensively, they will keep the New York Giants into this thing until late in the fourth quarter. How do I know that? Because I just watched the Broncos defense hold a team to under 100 total yards and negative 10 yards passing in a game they won by 2. Think about that. They held a team in 2025 to negative 10 passing yards, and they won the football game by 2 points. So they need to correct course. They need to figure this thing out offensively.
So what do you want to see, though? Would you rather see Bo Nix go off? Let's start establishing more of the passing game like Sean really wants to do? Or do we go back to what I believe and you believe is the identity of this damn team right now and establish the run?
Yeah, I think it starts there. It starts there. This should not be, okay, let's get Bo right. It's, okay, let's get the offense right. What's the base of the pyramid currently? It's the run game. And once you have that, then you can build up that pyramid,
Yes.
and then you can get to Bo Nix. This is the Giants' run defense that it's been a little bit Jekyll and Hyde. You look at the first 4 games of the season, they were giving up 153 yards per game on the ground. But the last 2, they held the Saints to 88 yards and held the Philadelphia Eagles to 73 yards. So what version of the Giants defense are we going to get? I'm very curious to find out, and I would start with 2 scoops of J.K. Dobbins.
And I'm with you. Don't even let the Giants defense get going. Don't let them get any type of confidence. Get downhill. I didn't like Sean Payton's game plan when it came to the run scheme against the Jets, where we were doing too many pitches to the outside. It's hard for you to break for a long run on the outside in the NFL. It happens, but not often. Let's get downhill. J.K. Dobbins' strength is getting downhill, one cut, get vertical, all right, make somebody miss, make somebody pay for wanting to tackle him, and moving the chains. And if we can do that, and we can be consistent, and we can pick up the first down, if we can make it third and manageable, if we can stay ahead of the chains, we're going to be in better shape. And then you build off of it like you just got done talking about, Zach. Then you start to add to the play action. Then you could be more creative once we get to the red zone like Sean Payton loves to do with the tight ends. So this game, all right, it has to be offensively, you got to execute. And Bo, when it's there, hit the open receiver. Hit it. Don't overthrow it. Don't underthrow it. Just execute the play being called, and let's move on.
I don't think you have to worry about him underthrowing it. The next time will be the first time. The next time will be the first time. Bo
You might start overthinking it.
I mean, he might be overthinking it right now.
Yeah.
He really might be overthinking it right now. He has consistently missed open receivers for touchdowns and missed them all the same way.
Yeah.
Missing them long. So he's got to be better. R.J. Harvey, expectations for the rookie in his 7th game.
I mean, the expectations for R.J. Harvey are not high for me. Now, maybe high for you, Zach, or somebody else out there, but seeing is believing. And right now, R.J. Harvey has not given me enough to be like, oh, I'm confident that he's going to go for 50 yards or he's going to be explosive on this next play. Now, I do believe Sean's going to continue to give him opportunities. He's a second-round draft pick. Sean still speaks highly of him.
Yep.
But for R.J., you have to make something happen. When you get that carry, and maybe you only have 3 to 5 carries, can you get a first down on one of those carries? Can you be explosive like you were against the Tennessee Titans week 1, where you were able to have a great cut? You were very patient, and then we got to see that speed. I want to see more R.J. Harvey breaking that first tackle, whether he's breaking it or he's making somebody miss, getting to that next level and moving the chains, even if it's in the passing game.
Well, very anxious to see this next chapter of R.J. Harvey because he's coming off a game where he got 2 total carries for 4 yards and a long of 2. Against the Eagles, a long of 8. Against the Bengals, a long of 9. Against the Chargers, a long of 4. Against the Colts, a long of 3. So outside of the first game, that one run against the Titans that you referenced there, R.J. Harvey does not have a single carry that went for 10 yards.
You got to get some juice in there. He has to find a way to be explosive, Zach. That changes the game. I'll never forget anytime I thought, like, okay, if I can make a big-time play, it's just going to rejuvenate this team, this offense. It's going to bring juice, especially if it's home. And when I did break off a long run, 15, 20, 30 yards, you can just see the emotion in the offensive lineman, the quarterback, the confidence of like, okay, Phil, let's go. And then you have other players like Cortland, like, okay, I don't want Phil just to have all the fun. Like, get me involved, right? It's something that it's a trickle-down effect, and it's contagious. You know, just like winning's contagious, losing's contagious, but confidence is contagious. And for RJ, it's about breaking off that first big run to get some confidence into his body, into his mind, and then you go from there.
Well, anxious to see what it looks like on Sunday afternoon at Mile High. I have a bit of a prediction, all right, and I maybe do this once a week with a Denver Bronco.
I feel like every Friday.
Yes, yeah.
Come with some spicy take.
Yeah,
and spicy prediction, I should say.
Yeah, and I think that my prediction for this coming Sunday is that it is going to be a big day for Cortland Sutton. Because the history of Cortland, when he has a down game, for whatever reason, it could be a game where he doesn't have a target, it could be a game where he just didn't maximize his opportunities, that man almost always responds. And I go back to Thursday Night Football a year ago where he did not get a single target in the Saints game. What happened the next week? Went for 100 yards. In the earlier this season when he played the Colts, and it was one catch for 6 yards. What happened the next game? 118 and 6 receptions.
They fed that man.
Plus a touchdown. So Sutton is coming off a game where he had a catch, singular. One catch for 17 yards. I think he's going to have, and he only 3 targets, by the way. I think you're going to see upwards of 8-9 targets for Cortland Sutton, and Cortland Sutton is upwards around anywhere between, I'll say, 75 and 100 yards.
Well, you said 8 or 9. Last night, Jamar Chase had 23 targets.
Could you believe that?
23 targets. I want Cortland to get at least 14. 14 targets. You're going up against a secondary that is not as strong. Now, we always talk about the Giants' defense, but specifically it's their pass rush, not their secondary. Their secondary is giving up 4th most passing yards in the NFL as of right now. So let's feed Cortland Sutton. Let's try to take those shots. I want to see Cortland Sutton targeted at least 14, 15 times. If old man Joe Flacco can find a way, who just got to the team that doesn't know the plays and still finding the number 1 receiver, then our young Bo Nix can do the exact same thing to Cortland Sutton. Cortland, let's go. Be mentally ready. I know you're going to be ready to go because of Demaryius Thomas, and he was a guy that has been a big mentor to you. Let's go out there and have a day, man.
I believe the career high for targets for any game that Cortland Sutton has ever played in has been 14 one time about 4 years ago against the Raiders. So if he gets double-digit targets, he'll be a 100-yard receiver. If he gets 14, 15 like you're talking about, it could be one of the bigger games we've seen him play. Let's check in with our Denver Broncos insider, Mike Klis, who joins us, our 9 News Broncos insider. He joins us on Fridays, and he's presented by Fitness Gallery. Mike, I wish you could be with us for an hour. It's going to be a emotional weekend. All right, the Super Bowl 50 reunion, the Demaryius Thomas being immortalized in the Ring of Fame. There's going to be a lot. There's going to be some celebration this weekend, but also some heaviness, right?
There is. Yeah, I would say that's correct. The celebrations are. I think everybody's getting in right about now. They have something at Shanahan's, a little gathering at Shanahan's tonight. They'll be at practice tomorrow and a breakfast tomorrow morning. And that's when I think it'll kind of hit the team, is when they see Demaryius' family and Peyton Manning and all the Super Bowl 50 guys will be around the facility tomorrow. And they'll know it'll put a little pressure on them, right? I mean, you got to win. You got to win the alumni weekend. I think it's a kind of a tough game because of the pressure it puts on them. They want to perform. Then you got the pillar presentation. Yeah, there'll be both some smiles and laughs, and for Super Bowl 50 reunion, it's nothing but a celebration. But, for Demaryius, there'll be some sadness too.
Mike, we all know that the Broncos want to win for Demaryius Thomas, but also for the Super Bowl 50 Super Bowl team, but also for themselves. So with that being said, what is the single most important key to winning this game?
That's a good one. I still think the defense has to get after the rookie quarterback. Somewhere in there is the key to the game. I don't think they'll have as much success this week as they did last week against the Jets with a coordinator who didn't know what he was doing, and Justin Fields, who was kind of trapped back there. It's unbelievable, an athlete like that who can run like that gets sacked 9 times. That won't happen this week because Dable's a much smarter offensive coordinator. He'll have a better plan. But still, Jackson Dart, as successful as he's been and exciting as he's been early on, he is a rookie, and Vance Joseph throws – it looks like Vance Joseph throws the kitchen sink, everything at quarterbacks. Even the most veteran quarterbacks get rattled, and I think they got to rattle Jackson Dart. And that's on defense. And on offense, I do think they'll break out a little bit in this game. They struggled at left guard after Matt Pert got hurt on the third play. And he played the rest of the game, and he was tough, but he was also ineffective. And so Alex Palczewski, I think, will be more effective at left guard, and they'll be able to run their offense better. I do think I'm thinking the Broncos are going to win this game going away. So, but I would say those are the two keys.
Mike, if the Broncos offense can't get their act together, they'll keep any team in the game. And I just said this. I know that statement is true because I just watched a team get held to 82 total yards of offense and pass for negative 10 yards in a game that the Denver Broncos won by 2 points. So what kind of pressure do you think Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and this offense are under on Sunday? Because it's not late in the season, but it's also, not so early anymore either.
I kind of sensed that Sean Payton felt a little tight this week. His press conferences, right? You guys listen to the press conferences and play them back, and the answers were short. They were really short today. He's not happy with the way things are going with the offense. And, this offense scored 25 points a game last year. It's scoring 21.7 this year. They added the weapons, and they've gotten worse. They've got this kickoff return where they're getting the field position at the 35-yard line by and large. And, they're not scoring as many points as last year. So I do think he's trying to figure it out. And I do think he's frustrated with the way it's going. And him more than Bo Nix, I think. Bo seems kind of the same. I think Bo's okay. I do think Sean Payton is really wanting a good game. We're really wanting a good game. I think he maybe feels it. And, he'll be around Kubiak and Manning and the Super Bowl 50 team. A reminder that the Broncos have won the Super Bowl a lot more recently than he has. And, I think he really wants to show off with a good game on Sunday.
Mike, the word reduced kept on coming out of Sean's mouth when it came to his offense and the scheme and helping Bo Nix out. What do you think reduce means to you when it comes to Sean's offense? Reducing what?
Yeah, I think one thing they've got to reduce is the 3rd and 10 handoff to the fullback. Let's go ahead and I'm being
no, for real.
Sarcastic.
You can subtract that to 0, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah, you're right.
No reduction, no reduce. Subtract it to 0.
Yeah. But part of that, as I understand, I look back at that play, and I don't think they showed it on TV. But as soon as that 3rd and 10 handoff to Prentice happened, Sean jumped off the sideline, and he had a pretty animated discussion with Bo Nix as Bo Nix was leaving the field. Bo had not left the field. It was about 1 yard out from the sideline. And so that told me it was one of those RPO decisions where Bo shouldn't have given the ball to the fullback. And I asked Sean about that, and he kind of indicated that without saying it was on Bo. But what that means is that, I think Bo has, when he's out there sometimes, pre-snap he has 4 options of where to go with the football. And that's good because you want to be multiple. Everybody says he needs to remove the formations and remove the options and make it less complicated. But if you do that, eventually the defenses are going to say, wow, these guys only do 2 things. You can stop 2 things. It's a little harder to stop 4 things. And so to be a good offense, sometimes you have to go through growing pains, keep having the 4 or 5 multiple options out there, and eventually as you pick it up and you play more and you get more reps and you get more game action, it's going to click in, and by the end of the year, you're going to be good. You're going to be a good, solid, playoff caliber offense. But what do you do in the meantime? Because it's obviously a bit of a hindrance in the meantime. And so I think it's something like instead of giving Bo 4 options out there, maybe giving him only 2.
Mike, how do you remember Demaryius Thomas?
Well, there's a couple things. Personally, his birthday was on Christmas, and they were always practicing, or there would be a game, or leading up to the game, the last open locker room. I would say I went up to him and said, "What's it like to have your birthday on Christmas?" And Demaryius said, "You ask me that every year." And I said, "Oh, darn it, I didn't know I did." But so I remember that about him and him playing Santa Claus for the kids around.
Yeah.
But what I remember most about Demaryius was, I think it was Payton's 7 touchdown to open the season in 13, and they threw a bubble screen to him and he took it 80. I mean, that was Demaryius. He had the size. He was like 6'3", 220. So he was bigger than Cortland as far as being a physical receiver, but he was much faster. He had speed, much faster than Cortland, and he was just as good an athlete. Maybe not quite as good an athlete as Sutton as far as high pointing the ball and catching it in traffic, but he could still do that. So he had that rare combination of size, speed, athleticism. He made 116 catches, I think, one year, 110 with 1,600 yards.
Crazy.
For 5 years there, from 2012 to 2016, it was DT, Julio Jones, and Antonio Brown. That was the discussion as to who was the best receiver in football.
Yep.
And, DT, ability-wise, skill-wise, was the best receiver in Broncos history. He finished second to Rod Smith statistically.
Yeah, and I remember there was that stretch between 2012 and 2016 where it was I think he and Jerry Rice and one other player, and I'm forgetting who it was, that had at least 90 receptions and over 1,300 yards or over 1,000.
Yeah. Sterling Sharp. Might have been Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp had like a 5-year run, 6-year run that was Jerry Rice-like, but he had the neck, and so he wasn't considered a Hall of Famer. They just corrected that here in the last year.
Right.
But those two guys, DT was now you can say he had Peyton Manning, and that's what they said about Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne too. And I think Peyton would tell you, who helped him. Peyton, I don't think would have been as good without Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel and Eric Decker either.
Yeah, and we actually played an old clip after DT passed from Payton, who said DT was a part of the reason why I picked Denver. I saw who he could be in his first couple years in the league, and that factored into the decision. And what a partnership that they had. Mike, We know we're up against it, and we know you got to go. We appreciate you so much. Enjoy this weekend. It will be incredibly unique.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not often you have these reunions. Like the 25-year reunions. I'm fuzzy on the details. The 10-year reunions, those are a piece of cake. You can kind of remember plays like they were yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's what's kind of cool about this. And sorry about DT leaving us, but it'll be great to remember and celebrate what he was all about.
Yeah, the old quote, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. And that'll be definitely that type of day on Sunday. Mike, we appreciate you so much. We'll talk to you next week.
See you guys.
All right. We played it once in the first hour, and the reaction that we got from it was really unique, almost unlike anything I've ever seen. And we are going to play it again for you. The ultimate tribute to Demaryius Thomas that you will only hear on the drive is coming up next.
Denver and New York are set for a mile-high showdown. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Select Health, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HD HPs. By EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Hey guys, it's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they've got a great deal on windows, so take advantage before the snow starts falling. Order your windows in October, finance your project with them, and you won't pay anything until November of 2027. Be warm during the holidays. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the cold weather arrives. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Upgrade your hunting arsenal with premium brands at great prices during the Shields Hunting Sale event happening now through October 19th. Scope out savings on your favorite brands in camo, rifles, ammunition, and so much more. Like $200 off the Sitka Fanatic jacket and up to $500 off the Leupold VX5 HD rifle scope. Join the community of hunters who trust Shields experts to outfit their adventures and get more bang for your buck now through October 19th at Shields.
Whether it's kickoff, halftime, or the final drive,
Fuel your football season at Dickey's Barbecue Pits. Order the 2 Can Dine for $29.99 deal. 2 meat plates stacked with pit smoke flavor. Or go for the new Triple Play Combo. A classic sandwich, savory side, and a big yellow cup for just $12.99. No matter who you're rooting for, great barbecue is always a win. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, legit. Texas barbecue.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Halloween's here. Costumes, candy, and maybe a few scares. But nothing's scarier than being ghosted by your insurance company after an accident. At Postman Law, we've delivered over $3 billion to our clients, and we make it simple. Speed, ease, results. With free case evaluations and no fee unless we win, you're never left in the dark. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So, talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Lindenwood with pregame starting at 5:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Wyoming with pregame starting at 1. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 4. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. And on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey faces off with Lindenwood for Game 2 with pregame starting at 5:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
All right, welcome back to it. No 3 count today. No 3 count today, so I'm not going to hold the...
No, you don't have to. We don't need a 3 count. I already knocked you out. There's no counting. He's out.
We have something special for you guys, and we played it in the first hour, and it got some of the most reaction I've ever seen on the RamosLaw.com text line. And it's very unique. It's something that you're only going to hear right here on Denver Sports Station 104.3 The Fan, and specifically on The Drive. It's a longer clip than we would normally play, but this deserves it. It deserves this time. This is a tribute to Demaryius Thomas, led by comments from Peyton Manning not long after DT passed, and then that will go right into our tribute to Demaryius. Enjoy.
A special and unique guy, obviously an incredible player. Dependable, accountable, tough, hardworking, unselfish, all the things you want in a great teammate, much less an incredibly talented receiver. But off the field, he was every bit as good a person as he was a player. Very giving to all of his teammates' charities, great with all the players and families, coaches' families and kids. So It's been really tough. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. He will be dearly missed. He was great to my kids, great to my family, which is more important than any touchdown that he ever caught for me. But the other thing I'll say is, he was a big reason why I came out here to play. I knew what he had done in just 2 years, but I also knew what he was capable of doing, and that was a big part of the attractiveness of coming out to play for the Broncos. So for so many reasons, I'm very indebted and thankful to Demaryius.
Even when I was a ball player, I tried to, be calm, be humble, because at the end of the day, I wanted to be seen as Demaryius Thomas, not the football player Demaryius Thomas.
Congratulations, son.
Quick throw, Demaryius Thomas uses the stiff arm. There he goes!
Down the seam. Thomas there, caught first down at the 27.
Sails it downfield. Thomas there, he made the catch! What a catch by Payton!
My main thing is to give back. I never wanted to be the super famous guy, because there's a lot of people come from where I come from that don't have the opportunity. I was one of them, so now I want to get the chance to try to help some of those people.
With the 22nd pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Demaryius Thomas.
Made a lot of plays, and I'm a good guy. Happy to be a Denver Bronco. And it wasn't just all about going and get the catch. It was times when we need a big block, I might do that, or whatever it was. I was just making sure I could be there for my team and my guys, so I can, take pressure off somebody maybe, or, spring up or open a big block for somebody, whatever it was. It wasn't never really about me. I was trying to do it for the team.
Here we go. First snap of the overtime. Shotgun for Tim Tebow. Short motion is Eddie Royal. Tim play fakes in the pocket. Sets.
Got at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50.
Here we go. 40, 35, foot race, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Denver! It's over! It's over in Denver!
Denver's going on the Eureka! They won it on the first play of overtime.
It's like it was yesterday. Every time I see it, every time I watch it, I still get the chills, because it was just crazy. I didn't know I had won the game. I didn't know the game was over with, because if I knew the game was over, I just would have went through the tunnel. That was the first year of the new playoffs rules, and I wasn't probably paying attention when they talked about it.
Every one of them special when we play them. I play everyone like it's a special, like it's my last one. So it's going to be a good day today.
I tried to do what I could do. Every play, if it was going to catch a ball, if it was going to block somebody, I try to put my everything in it every time.
Spinning quick throw. He's got Demaryius Thomas. Thomas inside the 25. Inside the 20. Here we go. 10, 5. Touchdown, Denver. The big wide receiver just pinballed off a Cardinal defender. Payton empty backfield. Three-man rush. He bounces around. He throws. ET is there. Are they going to say touchdown? Touchdown, Demaryius Thomas. Move over Brett Favre and make room for the new king.
It was a special play, and I was so happy to be a part of it and be the one to catch it. Having the group learning together as a whole and one, thinking like one, that's when the best came out of all of us. I still remember Super Bowl 50 right here. It's on me. I ain't gonna never forget it. I grew up, I don't know where it come from, but I never tried to say I was the best at something, but I was always the one to try to prove I was the best at something. I was never grew up to disrespect, but I was never scared of nothing. No regrets, no fear.
Ooh, there's a lot there, and we're gonna leave it right where it lies. It's a drive on the fan.
After a busy offseason, are the Denver Nuggets ready to make another run to the NBA Finals?
Right now, with this roster and an engaged Jamal Murray, I don't think there's a group of 5 basketball players in the world that can beat the Denver Nuggets in a 7-game series. I don't think it exists, if these things go right.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up,
worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey, it's Mike Evans with Todd Whalen from Advanced Tax Solutions. Todd, the government is shut down. The IRS is shut down. But what does that mean for folks who are dealing with the IRS?
Yeah, Mike, it's big news. The IRS has been laying off people again. So my advice right now really would be to take care of the problem while nobody's looking, especially if you have unfiled tax returns. It's better to just kind of slip them in right now when nobody's looking. A lot less scrutiny. And so now's the time to get in and, save yourself the stress. The slower they move, the better job we can do and the better outcome you're going to have. But if they're hot and heavy on your back, that's not the time to take care of a tax problem. So for your own peace of mind and sanity, if you have unfiled tax returns, give us a call today.
There he is, Todd Whalen, with over 30 years of experience helping people with their IRS issues. Please take advantage of what he can do for you. Call Advanced Tax Solutions, 303-753-6040.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Don't miss Colorado football's 2 remaining home games of the 2025 season. Celebrate homecoming with the Buffaloes as CU faces the Arizona Wildcats on Saturday, November 1st. Then lock in your seats for Senior Day against the reigning Big 12 champs, Arizona State, on November 22nd. Great seats are still available at beautiful Folsom Field. Visit cubus.com/tickets or call 303-492-8282 and be there as Ralphie 7 leads the charge for your Colorado Buffaloes.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I've made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, judging by the response on the RamosLaw.com sex line, huge, impactful tribute. And I'm not, I in hour number one, I started reading the RamosLaw.com text messages, and it got emotional, and I don't want to do that multiple times during the show because I know that that's where I'm going to end up.
Yeah.
Just knowing myself, I know that's where I'm going to end up. But I have seen all your messages, all of them, and it's very powerful, no doubt about it. And it's gonna be a good weekend, And obviously there's some sadness, with DT, but it's you can't he's not coming back.
No,
there's nothing that you can do or we can do.
But I don't think DT would want people to sit there and be sad
Yes,
for him.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think that he wants people to go on and enjoy what they're doing, but also enjoy what he has done for Broncos country. And it's not just about football for him. I mean, his mother gets to sit there and accept this award. Her baby. Mm-hmm. That's what gets me. It's that's her baby that's not here anymore.
Right.
And it sucks.
But part of the sadness with that equation, and not to get too deep into this, but it was for the longest time she was not available to be around for DT's moments. And she eventually did, and was serving prison time, along with DT's grandma, I think it was, and then you hit the reset button on their life as they are coming out, and then DT goes away.
Yeah.
And so it's just it's rough and it's sad. But I agree with you. I don't think DT would want it to be a sad day, and it won't be a sad day. It'll be a day of celebrating his life and his accomplishments, and I couldn't believe it, man. And I was trying to find where the quote was from. Because I wanted to give credit to who he said the quote to, but I don't even know if it might have just been a video where he said it. But I quoted it in 2021 where he said, quote, "Man, when I'm in the grave, my name is still going to be up there," when he was asked about being a Ring of Famer one day.
Yeah.
And he said, "Man,
there was no doubt he was going to be a Ring of Famer."
No doubt. There was no question. So I forget the phraseology of the question, but it was some sort of hey, one day you're going to be up there. And his quote was, "Man, when I'm in the grave, my name is still going to be up there." And and here he is in the grave, physically, his flesh in the grave, and he's gonna be up there longer than anyone who is actually alive to watch Demaryius. His name will be up there longer than any of those lives exist.
It's going to be up there for forever, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless they tear something down, his name will forever be up there.
Yep. So really cool. Okay, Super Bowl 50 reunion. What a cast of characters.
Character is an understatement with this team. I mean, there were some bad boys.
Who is your favorite?
Bad boys. What you gonna do? Who is my favorite?
Yeah, who do you think was your favorite? And you could quantify it any way you want to. Favorite personality, favorite actual NFL player.
Man, I'm going to go with TJ Ward.
Really?
TJ Ward, man. And I'll never forget.
Boss Ward.
I'll never forget when I met TJ Ward. I was in college, and I was coming back, and I was working out. And he's scary. He truly, he's kind-hearted and he's fun to be around. But when you don't know him and the way he used to work out, He was so aggressive with his workouts. He would get angry at himself, literally mad at himself if he didn't do something right or didn't do the last rep. And for TJ Ward, he had that mentality. We talk about the dog mentality, and everybody says they're a dog, and a lot of people are not. That word has been watered down. But when you talk about TJ Ward and the mentality of I'm going to punch you in the mouth and I don't care who you are and I'm trying to hurt you, that was who he was. And it was contagious. That everybody else around him played just like him to leave, and now I'll say, Roby had a different way of playing. He would be mad if I said that, but he had a different way of playing. But for TJ Ward, I had a chance to sit down and talk with TJ Ward, and his mindset was just like mine. I could relate to him of how I felt. And he was the exact same way. And I want to say he was undrafted, Zach.
I think you're right about that.
I want to say out of Oregon, he was undrafted. And I think that's why I latched on to him, because I was always an underdog, even in college. And he had this mindset.
No, he was, excuse me. No, he was a second-round pick.
Second round. So maybe it had to do with something in college.
Okay.
And maybe even, I don't want to say walk on, some story that resonated with me.
Yep.
And just for that, the mentality, that dog mentality of like, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're at. I'm ready for this fight. And that was kind of how the Super Bowl 50 team was. Like, everybody was ready to fight for each other. You look to the left and right of you, you knew that you were in a dog fight, but you had your boys with you. And that's all you can ask for. And that's why that defense was so damn dominant. They stuck together. They were gritty. They were tough. They were smart. And they found ways to make the plays when it mattered the most.
Man, TJ Ward was a fan favorite, a thumper. He'll come up and hit you right in your mouth. I mean, he was not playing around out there. And there was a lot of guys like that on that defense. And we remember the defense so fondly because they sort of put the offense on their back to a level that he was a walk-on. You're right about that. He was a walk-on at Oregon.
So he was a walk-on.
Wow.
Yeah, at the University of Oregon.
Wow.
And that's why he was so passionate, so angry, so mad at the world, because he felt like he had to prove something every single day.
Wow. You remember just some of the voices that like you could close your eyes and hear Aqib Talib coming. Same thing with Chris Harris Jr. Just like, what a character that those guys were. I mean, it's just like larger than life characters. And then you had so you had like this pack of dogs, right, that are like out of control.
It's a wild dog.
And Brandon Marshall, who'll join us in the next hour, Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall.
I need to make sure if B-Mar's still a dog or if he turned into a kitty cat.
No, you already know. In there, I mean, it's in there. It's in there. But like you had this pack of dogs on defense, but then you had like the ultimate CEO, Peyton Manning, on offense. But then you had like a version of sort of like a Peyton Manning-esque leader on defense in DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah, it was weird.
I mean, so like you think about the Hall of Famers on that team. Peyton Manning's already in the Hall of Fame. Von Miller will be in the Hall of Fame. Aqib Talib will be in the Hall of Fame.
DeMarcus Ware's already in the Hall of Fame.
DeMarcus Ware is in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, so I mean, like 4 Hall of Fame players right there. Just an incredible group. And then you have a bunch of guys that won't go into the Hall of Fame that very good chance of being in the Ring of Fame. One day, maybe it's 3 years from now, maybe it's 20 years from now, like a Chris Harris Jr. Like is going to have a great shot to go into the Ring of Fame. Obviously, DT's going in this weekend. Could Emmanuel, be a part of that group?
Oh, he's definitely going to go into the Ring of Fame.
Aqib Talib, could he be a part of that group? Maybe Derek Wolfe at some point. I'm not sure. There's some fringe guys there, but just a really special group.
What, Zach? When you look at this group, it's like they made stuff look so easy. Like, hey, we're just going to wake up and dominate. When it's so hard to do that, it's so hard to get up for a game and make that play and be consistent as the Super Bowl 50 defense was. Honestly, that Super Bowl team, I know Payton was down and out and he was hurt, but it's his presence alone. It's the sheriff. You're going to do anything for that man to make sure he's okay.
Yep.
And even when he wasn't in the game, he was still around. He was still there. He was still his presence was being felt when he was benched. But you knew that you were fighting for each other, man. You knew you had an opportunity. You know that when you have an opportunity in front of you and that you're going to get close to that Super Bowl, you just have to do your part, and that's what they did. And they were able to get over the hump because of that, man, having each other's back.
Yeah. And you think about the quarterbacks that they beat on their way to a Super Bowl championship.
Yes.
You beat a Hall of Famer in Big Ben, a Hall of Famer in Tom Brady, and a guy who I believe one day, years from now, Cam Newton will be in the Hall of Fame as a former MVP winner, someone who's gone to the Super Bowl, Carolina Panthers all-time passing leader, former number 1 overall pick.
See, and that's why when we had that conversation yesterday about, like, hey, is the defense now as good as the Super Bowl 50 defense? The Super Bowl 50 defense defeated some Hall of Famers on the way to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, come on, and then beat an MVP in Cam Newton. Like, that speaks a lot of volume.
There's no doubt about it. It certainly does. We're going to be joined by Brandon Marshall, who was on that team within the next hour. All right, so you're not going to want to miss that. Hey, did you hear J.K. Dobbins yesterday? He was extremely vocal and wanted to make one thing abundantly clear. You'll hear it next.
Will Sean Payton get the offense back on track? Can Vance Joseph's defense continue its historic start to the season? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show. Live from Mile High Station starting at noon. Presented by Modelo. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And if you're looking for fine jewelry or a great timepiece, just like I was, why not shop with some of the world's leading designers for sold? Williams Jewelers helped me find my new Tudor watch, and they can do the exact same thing for you. And if you're not looking for a watch, any type of jewelry you're looking for, they're going to have guaranteed. And they're going to treat you just like family the minute you step through those doors and won't pressure you at all. They gave me the time I needed to make the right decision for myself. And looking at this beautiful watch on my wrist today, I made a great decision because of it. And starting from one little store in Inglewood, Williams Jewelers has grown into 2 locations and has become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. So when you step foot into their showroom, like I said earlier, you're going to feel just like family, and their service reflects that. They are dedicated and they work hard to make sure you're satisfied with your purchase. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler, also the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue, and also on Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
A lot of personal injury lawyers make claims about how good they are. But how do you know who's the best? Who will fight to get you the money you deserve? At Berg Simpson, we don't rely on simple claims like other firms. We have 27 best lawyers in America, 17 super lawyers, and we're one of the National Trial Lawyers' top 25 most influential law firms. Compare us to other firms, then call Berg Simpson.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and you can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-944-33, 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Is water damaging your home? Contact Groundworks, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Lindenwood with pregame starting at 5:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Wyoming with pregame starting at 1. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 4. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. And on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey faces off with Lindenwood for Game 2 with pregame starting at 5:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light football.
All right, Parker Gabriel of the Post. I'm reading his tweet here. That clears a spot for potentially inside linebacker Dre Greenlaw to be activated from IR. We could be seeing evidence that Dre Greenlaw is making his debut on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. For Dre Greenlaw, he was a full participant in practice today. Now it's Fast Friday, so you don't have pads on, but you're running around full speed. That's why they call it Fast Friday. It is not fast, guys. You're out there for 2.5 hours going over plays. So I don't know why they call it Fast Friday. But for Dre Greenlaw, it looks like he may be in between those lines now, going at it. Now, I don't know how many reps he is going to get. I imagine it's not going to be a lot. He's coming back off of, honestly, not playing a lot of football the entire year, from OTAs to camp to preseason to the beginning of the year, where he's missed 7 games or 6 games, going on 7 if he doesn't play Sunday.
Man, I'm going to be, just being honest, I'm going to be holding my breath. I'm going to be holding my breath.
Yeah.
I mean, all this guy has done is gotten hurt in recent years, and he's been hurt 3 times since showing up. I mean, so, yeah. But it's like, okay, if he can get through the game healthy and continues to build a football callus, what could his presence mean for this already really good defense for the back stretch of the year, for the back half of the year? It might feel like a fantasy. Hearing me say it right now, I'm hearing myself. It sounds a little bit like a fantasy, but I guess we can be hopeful.
No, we definitely need to be hopeful. What I'm concerned about is when he is on the field, the Giants are going to pick on him. They want to know if he's healthy enough. They're going to throw a couple wheel routes at Dre Greenlaw to see if he can compete and he can stay with the running backs or the slots. That's something that hurt Dre Greenlaw in the camp, was a wheel route to the running back where he ended up popping his quad because of that.
Yeah.
So if you're the Giants, you're like, okay, I hope he does play, because, one, he's going to be out of shape, because you cannot simulate game speed when you haven't been out there playing true football, tackle football.
Yep.
And how much confidence does he have in himself? So it's going to be interesting to see when they place Dre Greenlaw in there. Is it going to be specifically to stop the run, a couple blitzes, or are they going to just let it kind of go out there and play by ear how he's feeling. So that's something to look at throughout this game is where they place Dre Greenlaw when he's out there, if he's out there during the Sunday's game.
All right, interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. If you missed it from the very top, Sam Ehlinger being released will likely be signed back to practice squad, right? You think?
Yeah. Sammy E is not going anywhere.
Yeah, and potentially clearing a path for Greenlaw. Okay, so J.K. Dobbins yesterday. Really interesting comments from Dobbins.
Yeah.
Speaking with the media, man, he is known as being injury-prone because
don't tell him that.
Well,
don't tell him that, Zach.
You're going to hear from him in just a second, but like he has never finished a season. But in his opinion, that doesn't mean he's injury-prone. Listen to an irritated J.K. Dobbins yesterday afternoon.
See, people say I have injury issues, but I don't. I've had 2 major injuries. That's it. It's not like I'm rolling ankles or, it's not like I'm injury prone. It's just the injuries that I've had have been unfortunate. They're God-given, actually, because like a torn knee, I can't help that. Like I can't help that. And then a torn Achilles, that's something I can't control either. Other than that, what are the injuries?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just been big ones.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not worried. Those injuries were supposed to happen because, like I said, they're God-given. God chose me for those trials and tribulations, and they've honestly just made me better. And, like, if you think about it, like, I don't think many people could still play at the level that I'm playing at now if they've had those 2, So they're definitely God-given, and God chose me for those. And I don't go out there afraid of that. Like, those were just unfortunate. They're 2. That's only 2, though.
Yeah.
Injury prone is like, oh, you got this injury, that injury, that injury, that injury. No, it's only 2 injuries. Literally, and one took 2 years because it was my whole knee that got blown off. So I wouldn't say that I have issues with that. Yeah.
Very interesting.
My man JK's not having it, Zach.
What do you make about what he said?
So this is what's happening for JK. A lot of people out there, NFL world, fans, they have him tagged as an injury-prone running back, as we've been talking about. For him, he's trying to stop that from happening so that when he does have a really good year, the rest of a year, he goes to the contract table, they don't use it against him. Because the first thing they're going to bring up is, well, you are injury-prone. You've missed this amount of games. This is your first year being healthy. Why should we pay you this much money? Why should we guarantee you this much money when we can't trust you? So he's trying to nip it in the butt before it gets out there and spreads like wildfire. And in the NFL, when they put you in a category, whether it's like you can't catch the ball, Phil, or, hey, JK, you're injury-prone, you can't get out of that box in the NFL. And so now, for him, he can have a great year, and he's young, 25 years old, but they're going to use that against him. When I mean them, or they're 26 years
but
old.
Still young,
it's the general managers. It's whoever else is going to pay him. It's George. And so he wants to clean that up and clear the air before it spreads like wildfire. That's my take on it from just being in the locker room.
Well, that sounds about right, like what he could be angling for. Whether it's actually true what he's saying, even if it's factually true, even if what he's saying is factual, when you say I'm not injury prone, there's the phrase, other than that, how is the play, Mrs. Lincoln? In terms of, like, Abraham Lincoln was killed next to his wife watching a play, but it's again like, well, other than your husband getting heads, like, how did you like to play? So it's like,
that's great.
Yeah, like I'm not injury prone. The only things that's ever happened to me is my Achilles popped and my knee exploded, and it's like, well,
He missed 4 games last year with the Chargers.
He did.
For a different knee situation.
Correct. Good memory. So I understand why he is defending his own self, and I get what he's saying. Like you didn't ask for those. It's not a bunch of knick-knack injuries, but those are major injuries. And when your knee explodes and your Achilles pops, that's a part of your NFL story.
It is, but it sucks, especially for a running back because they use it against you.
Sure.
Another guy that got paid a lot of money, who I consider injury prone, is someone like Christian McCaffrey. He's hurt almost every single year. But when you're able to put the film out there and when you are healthy, you're dominant, people are going to take risk on you. The risk of like, hey, look, we'll pay you, but we know that when you're out there, you're going to be explosive. So for JK, it's like you don't even have to continue to argue with this. Just go out there, try to stay healthy this year, the rest of the year. Be dominant, average the 5 yards to carry, be explosive, get some more touchdowns, help the Denver Broncos get back to the playoffs, win a playoff game, and let your play do the talking. All right, and when George or somebody else comes to you and they want to lowball you, which they're going to do anyway because that's any kind of business, man.
Yep.
All right, you have the stats to back it up. And especially, though, now that we're leaning on you more than ever because R.J. Harvey is not there yet, it's going to be very important for J.K. to take care of his body.
Well, I'll say this. If he stays healthy this year, he'll be able to say, dude, I've missed 4 games in 2 years. What are you talking about? If he stays healthy. He will not. He has not been able to say that to date. So, well, hopefully that he'll be able to utter that statement. Okay, this weekend, Broncos country will celebrate the Super Bowl 50 team. How many members of the current Broncos defense, which is the number 1 ranked defense in the league, how many would start on the Super Bowl 50 defense? I want to have that conversation with Phil next.
Will Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper wreak havoc on Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboot? Will Bo Nix shake off the tough outing in London? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are your bills keeping you up at night? Imagine using your home equity for a financial reset that helps you to finally get ahead again. At Cake Mortgage, we get it. Life's expensive. Insurance, groceries, and high-interest credit card debt. That's why we created the Cake Fast Cash Home Equity Program. Turn your home into your ATM without touching your existing mortgage rate. Cake Fast Cash is fast. Many clients close in 2 weeks. So call Cake today and pay down high-interest cards, free up cash, or fund home upgrades. And you only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE. Again, that's 1-800-EAT-CAKE or visit cakehome.com.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches. All styles, from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. No shipping your watch off to the internet site and waiting to get a check. Bring your used Rolex into Matthews. We have been servicing Colorado since 1951. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center. Matthews, we buy, sell, and service Rolex watches.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Fall means football, and at Postman Law, we know winning matters. Our attorneys have won more than $3 billion for our clients, delivering the results they need when life gets tough. Car crash, workplace injury, serious accident. We know the insurance company's playbook, and we're here to help rewrite it for you with speed, ease, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Chernak from Denver Regenerative Medicine. When it comes to healing, there's no one-size-fits-all. Every patient receives a unique treatment plan designed just for them. We use either your own stem cells or carefully selected donor cells to treat degenerative joints, torn muscles and ligaments, and even back injuries. Our goal is lasting healing without unnecessary surgery. And right now, we're offering 10% off treatments through October. Schedule your free consultation today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code for my friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, as we're hanging out from Chopper Sports Grill here in Denver, hanging out on a Bud Light Football Friday. Woo! And appreciate the love there. And
let's start the wave.
We're having a great afternoon here, and Choppers has been around for 30 years. Our show specifically had never been here, and it's right near Cherry Creek Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Really nice area. Awesome sports bar. Really unique. Really good food. Bud Light is here. They're giving away tickets to Broncos Cowboys. All right. You are definitely going to want to register for that. If you're anywhere in the area, come say hello. And in addition to the tickets that they're giving away, they're also giving away 2 Bud Light VIP tailgate passes for that game as well. So just an incredible game day package that someone's going to win here at the end of the show. So I'll ask the question here. This weekend, Broncos country will celebrate the Super Bowl 50 team. How many members of the current Broncos defense would start on the Super Bowl 50 defense? because we're talking about the number one defense in the NFL right now.
Ooh, Zach, why you got to make it hard on me specifically because I don't know how anybody else feels? Why you got to do this to me? So what you're trying to tell me is we have to – if there's any worthy players in 2025, this 2025 defense, would they make the cut in the Super Bowl 50 defense, we would have to subtract one of the Super Bowl 50 guys, right?
Correct.
Well, with that being said, let's go with PS2 number 1. All right, the best player on the defense, defensive player of the year last year. He would definitely make the cut. And he's starting, obviously, so you're not taking away Talib. Aqib Talib, he just brings a different dynamic to the game. Very aggressive. All right, he was another guy that, like, I'm not going to necessarily say like a leader, but on that football field, straight dog. You know you could count on him. He was going to snatch your chain and slap somebody across the head if he had to.
Yep.
And, for example, when the Tennessee Titan receiver tried to cut Chris Harris and do it in a dirty way, Talib was ready to go to bat for his teammate and fight a guy that is actually share agents with.
Yeah, Harry Douglas.
So we're going to go PS2 and Talib on both sides for me. Who you got next, man? Who you thinking?
No, I like what you did. The defensive player of the year who's on a Hall of Fame track, who's in his prime right now,
yeah,
he's a definition of a shutdown corner. He's starting. So Bradley Roby's got to sit down. He's a depth piece now.
It's okay, Robes. Don't be mad. Don't be pouting like you like to do.
Man, does Zach Allen, with how good he has played as a Denver Bronco, leading the entire NFL in quarterback hits a year ago at his position.
Yeah.
Was he an All-Pro? I'm trying to remember.
Zach Allen?
Zach Allen. I'm trying to look it up here real quick. I don't think he got All-Pro. He did not get All-Pro. Probably should have been. I think he was the best player.
It was a snub, right?
He was a snub.
Yes.
He was.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I mean, he was the best player at his position a year ago and didn't get honored. Does Zach Allen start over Derek Wolfe or Malik Jackson? I'm just asking the question.
No, well, yeah. Somebody out there is mad at you, though, for asking this question.
Totally.
Zach Allen is a dominant force and playing at a high level, and he would have definitely been a part of this Super Bowl 50 team, and he has to start, so you have to take somebody away. Now, the first time we went through this, I did say Derek Wolfe is staying, and we're getting rid of Malik. But after you kind of talked me into it, we went through this already, I'm going to have to force Derek Wolfe to sit there on the bench.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, he may be upset with me. Actually, I know he's going to be upset with me. But it's okay, Derek Wolfe. You like me, so you'll get over it. So you're putting Zach Allen with Malik Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
And so, yes, Zach Allen is definitely making this list to be on the Super Bowl 50 team.
Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
Sorry, Wolfie.
I toil back and forth with this one. The one that I think I feel confident in is I think Nick Bonito might be starting over 35-year-old DeMarcus Ware.
Oh, Zach, I don't know if I can do this one, man.
Like think about this. Think about this statement. Nick Bonito has more sacks in 6 games than DeMarcus Ware had that whole season. And I'm not talking about 2008 DeMarcus Ware. I'm talking about 2015 DeMarcus Ware.
2015. We're not doing when he was in his prime. We're doing when he was with the Denver Broncos and the Super Bowl team.
Yes. So I think I'm taking Nick Bonito, who I believe is going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. I think he's starting over 35-year-old DeMarcus Ware.
And this is where I feel like I'm going to ruffle a couple feathers because back when the Super Bowl 50 team was playing, they were playing against some tough teams.
Oh, yeah.
Some tough teams, established teams that had established quarterbacks and offensive linemen that were probably in their prime, and now they're gone, they're retired. It's a new league now in 2025. For DeMarcus Ware, he was the leader of the defense. You can't move without your leader. Now, I do know that Nick Bonito is dominant, and he's going to be a great Denver Bronco for a long time. But you don't dethrone your leader, that your vocal guy that's always making sure everybody is okay. You don't just get rid of Gabe. That's why Gabe got the time he needed to come back. because he brings something more than just the play on the ice. Whereas Demaryius Ware brought some more than just play on that football field. It was his presence alone, a guy that you could rely on, a guy that was going to mentor and teach these young guys how to be a pro's pro. I'm sorry. Even though Nick Bonito is a dominant force, I'm not getting rid of Demaryius Ware.
Oh,
Give me
man.
Demaryius Ware.
Now, important context that I left out that I want to clarify right now, just for the sake of
it's not changing my mind.
No. It probably bolster your point because I said Bonito has more sacks right now than Demaryius Ware had that whole year. Technically, that's true, but Demaryius missed 5 games that season.
Okay.
So he probably would have been a double-digit sack guy. He was certainly on pace. So I think there's two. There's 2 guys for me that would have started on the defense.
Okay.
9 guys stay in place. 2 guys would bump someone out. For me personally,
you wouldn't put. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It would be Pat Surtain bumping out Roby.
Yeah.
And it would be Nick Bonito bumping out Demaryius Ware. Despite me agreeing with all your awesome points about the leadership and the vocal.
What about Hufanga? Would he fit the mold of the Super Bowl 50 team?
He'd fit right in with those guys.
Now you're not taking T.J. Ward out, and
Darian Stewart.
Darian Stewart,
and
he was a great mentor for those guys in that locker room.
I have to say this: I don't have enough. The 6 games of Hufanga is not going to supplant. Because I'm still gathering information on Hufanga as a Bronco.
Yeah.
When it comes to Zach Allen, I'm drawing from 2 years. When it comes to Nick Bonito, I'm drawing from being 3rd in the league in sacks, plus being on a Defensive Player of the Year track. With Hufanga, I just don't have enough information yet to say, Darian Stewart's he's out and Hufanga's in.
Okay.
But I think it'd be fair if you wanted to say that's a harder conversation. But for me, there's 2 guys. It's PS2 starting instead of Roby, and it's Nick Bonito starting over and aging in his second to final year, Demaryius Ware.
Okay, all right. So then offensively, offensively, Zach, we need a spark, right, for the Super Bowl 50 team. There's ups and downs.
Hold on. Oh, gosh. Hold on. We could be trending. We could be trending in a direction that is a bit sacrilegious. But we'll try anyway coming up next.
Denver and New York are set for a mile-high showdown. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And did you know that they're experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions? They successfully treated tens of thousands of men that are dealing with low T, and they can help you as well. And these men have seen amazing differences that those treatments can make in their life. And just like I said earlier, if you're like some of these men out there dealing with low T, within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return, the brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will the workouts. And that sex drive, gentlemen, that everybody desires, that sex drive will significantly enhance as well. All I need you to do is take the Low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do, guys. Then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. They also have 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses. I don't want to hear, hey, it's too far or I don't know where to go. You could go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Marketing can feel overwhelming. Where to start? What works? What doesn't? That's where your marketing experts at Denver Sports come in. Audio, video, online marketing, and we know how to cut through the noise so your customers finally hear your story. You don't have to waste time guessing or spinning your wheels. We'll guide you with a proven plan that turns your marketing into growth. Let us handle the hard part. You do the easy part. Head over to DenverSports.com and click Advertise with us and start growing your business today.
Hey, Brandon Stokely here. Colorado Joint Replacement is part of Advent Health, one of the nation's largest healthcare providers. They offer innovative hip and knee replacement surgery with expert, compassionate care. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
You have personal and private wishes. You've revealed that, quite simply, you want peace in your life. My name is Glenn Jameron. I'm president of Alpine Bank, member FDIC. A very wise old man told us how to bring peace into your life. First, fill yourself with caring, for yourself, for others. Second, do no harm, to yourself, to others. And third, tame your mind, which means stop speculating about what might happen someday. The peace you seek comes from living in the present. It starts in your own home, your own life. You're committed to peace. I realize that Alpine Bank visits with you on a very personal level. I realize that can feel somewhat startling, but it's what friends do. It's a commitment. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Phillip Lindsay here with Williams Jewelers. If you're like me, well, diamonds and fine jewelry were never on my radar before I met the love of my life. But gentlemen, there comes a time when it's time for you to step up, when it's time for you to get out that comfort zone and tell her exactly how you feel. And guys, nothing says I love you like diamonds from Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler. From one humble little store in Inglewood, they've grown into 2 locations and have become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. Fellas, come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver of every size, shape, and price range. And the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever seen. They'll share with you all the secrets of the business, then give you the best price in Colorado. Guaranteed. It's time for you to step up, fellas. It's time for you to shine. Go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. Williams Jewelers, Denver's first family of fine jewelers in Tree Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Beverly. And let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with Lindenwood with pregame starting at 5:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Wyoming with pregame starting at 1. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces Hawaii with pregame starting at 4. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. And on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey faces off with Lindenwood for Game 2 with pregame starting at 5:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, so we're just having the conversation about the Super Bowl 50 team and they're going to be honored this weekend at Mile High. We are hopefully going to be joined by Brandon Marshall here shortly, Super Bowl 50 champion, and pick his brain about some of these questions. But I thought the conversation, because of this current defense has put itself in a position to be the number one defense in pro football, that they have maybe earned a comparison maybe to Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, let's put the big maybe in there.
Yeah.
Like you like to put the pins in it, let's put the big maybe in there.
They have a long way to go. Like that, that defense put the offense on its back on its way to a world championship. Yeah. I mean, so in no way, shape, or form, I think, should anyone at this stage in the games say, hey, this defense is better than the Super Bowl 50. Like, these are regular season games against Justin Fields and Jake Browning.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl 50 defense beat Cam Newton, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger on their way to a title.
Putting Cam Ward in there, too, a rookie. So you're right. I mean, there's a lot to be desired when it comes to this defense being compared to Super Bowl 50. Now, they're on the right track, and they're doing some great things right now. But can they sustain it? Can they maintain doing it at a high level when something happens? When they do go through a bit of adversity, can they find a way to make that big-time play? That's what I want to know from this defense. Can you get the turnovers? The Super Bowl 50 team, they're going to get some turnovers now. Yeah, Chris Harris, Talib, Roby, T.J. Ward, D. Stu. I mean, you were going to get some turnovers. Brandon Marshall, Danny Trevathan. Like, you had guys that were going to find ways to make plays on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Now, if we did look at the offense, which wasn't in the plan today, but you started
I like to change it up.
Yeah, you're starting trouble is what you're doing. You're starting trouble.
I'm an instigator, man. That's what I love to do. I grew up doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Is there anybody on the offense? Let's just start anybody out there on the offense that you think would be added to this Super Bowl 50 team?
Yeah, I mean, I think a few linemen, offensive linemen.
I like that. I like that. We could definitely we could have definitely used some of the offensive linemen help on that run to Super Bowl 50. Although it was really good.
Yeah,
Quinn Miners. Garrett Bowles. Like, you had some guys that could definitely help Payton out.
Yeah, and they were sort of patchworking it at that time.
Yes.
And they did it successfully, though. So you take your hats off to all those guys, not disparaging in any way, shape, or form. But I think a couple guys that have had all-pro offensive lineman type seasons, I think would be qualified to at least approach having the conversation.
Receiver-wise, you only got one. You got Cortland Sutton.
Yeah,
everybody else is a baby.
Yeah, and I don't think is Cortland Sutton better than DT or Emmanuel then? And I'd say probably not.
No.
Tight end.
Evan Ingram.
No, he hasn't done enough yet to even be involved in a conversation like this.
Okay, I got you. I'm sorry. Okay. What about before we get to one that's going to be touchy, running backs? Yeah, C.J. Anderson, and then rest in peace.
Yeah.
Ronnie Hillman, who, by the way, that year, I want to say he led the team in rushing.
He did 863 yards.
And I looked up to him because he's a smaller running back.
Sure.
Ronnie Hillman was a smaller running back that was able to have some success with Payton.
Yep. So, no, Dobbins just got here, and it's been like 5 games. So I'm not and no, R.J. Harvey has done even less in his first 6 games. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say no.
So then what about the quarterback position? Mr. Peyton Manning, the sheriff.
I knew you were going to do this.
The guy.
I knew you were going to do this. Because the context, and people know it too well, but I feel like I need to say it just to say it.
Yeah, please do.
Peyton Manning that year, his completion percentage was in the 50s. 9 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, so almost had the opposite of the 2-to-1 ratio that you're looking for. Twice as many interceptions and touchdowns.
Got benched.
We know he got, and no one will ever be able to convince me that he wasn't hurt. He was hurt.
Yeah.
He was absolutely hurt. I refuse to believe that was a healthy version of Peyton. It wasn't. I just know it wasn't. But there's still for the same reason that you said no to that. For the same reason that you said no to DeMarcus Ware is the same reason I say no to Peyton Manning. Absolutely not. You don't replace Peyton Manning with Bo Nix. we will ask Brandon Marshall, Super Bowl 50 champion. Does he believe any member of this current defense could start on the Super Bowl 50 defense? And we'll also talk about his former teammate Demaryius Thomas as well. That's all coming up with B. Marsh live with us next.
After a busy offseason, are the Denver Nuggets ready to make another run to the NBA Finals?
Right now, with this roster and an engaged Jamal Murray, I don't think there's a group of 5 basketball players in the world that can beat the Denver Nuggets in a 7-game series. I don't think it exists, if these things go right.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been injured in an accident, you want Wilhite. Colorado drivers know that when they're hit, we hit back harder. Get your free case review right now. Just call 303-GOOD-LAW today or visit wilhitewins.com and win big with Wilhite.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Take Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you trying to lower your existing mortgage payment? Do you need cash from your equity? For most people, getting a mortgage means endless paperwork and weeks of anxiety. But with Cake Mortgage, our process is simple, fast, and hassle-free. Whether you're purchasing, refinancing, or looking to tap your home's equity, our team guides you step by step so you always know what's next. Our thousands of 5-star customer reviews will tell you no one can do what Cake can. So stop stressing and start saving fast with Cake. your fresh-baked cake home mortgage is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE. Again, that's 1-800-EAT-CAKE. Or visit cakehome.com to learn more now.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Need a plumber? Euro Plumbing has the lowest prices in town. Rock bottom prices on whole house repipes, sewer line repairs, even water heaters. 720-500-3000.
Tune in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, we are live on a Bud Light Football Friday from Chopper Sports Grill, and a real treat today as we are joined by someone we talk to every single Friday around this time, but today with us in person, it is Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall. B. Marsh, thanks for being here, man.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be in person with y'all.
Yeah, this is going to be great, and it's a special weekend. But there's also a bit of heaviness to the weekend, if we're just being honest. And you were Demaryius Thomas's teammate, and I just want to start there, and then we can get into some of the more positive things. We all miss DT, and I just want to ask you, as someone who shared a locker room with him and shared blood, sweat, and tears out on that football field, what was it like being Demaryius's teammate, and how do you remember DT?
Look, how I remember DT. DT is somebody who was extremely humble, somebody who just wanted to help anybody, right? I'm talking about the young guys, other receivers, other positions. He was so dialed into the game with as far as his diet goes. I went vegan with DT, and Phillip made a comment. He was like, "Oh yeah, you ain't vegan no more," because I got too skinny.
Yeah.
And my D coordinator thought I was. He said, "Hey man, you trying to model or what are you trying to do?" And so me and DT went on a couple journeys together with diet, with politics, obviously, as well, right? Our last year in Denver.
Yeah.
But DT is somebody who, when I just look at him and his physical prowess, right? His athletic ability and how big and strong and fast he was. But that wasn't even the best thing about him. The best thing about him was his energy, his light, that big smile he would have whenever he was, talking to you, or whenever, he laughed and or he cracked a joke, man. DT was somebody who was extremely special to everybody in the locker room because we loved him for who he was as a person. Not only was he one of the best wide receivers to play the game, just who he was as a person was just a joy to be around.
B. Marsh, moving forward because of the DT, man, it's going to be a heavy day, and it's going to probably be emotional for you guys. And actually, Zach had a tribute to DT?
Yeah, we did.
That a lot of people got choked up about, man. So I can't wait for you and the Super Bowl 50 team to see each other reunite and get to have that moment for DT.
Yeah, I don't even. But I also don't want to – we can't also forget about Ronnie Hillman.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Of course, DT is one of the greatest Broncos to ever play, one of the best receivers, to play, in my opinion. But also, Ronnie Hillman was a special character as well. He was very important, for that Super Bowl 50 run.
He's the leading rusher that year.
Yeah, he was the
leading rusher and the leading receiver.
Yeah, but also Ronnie was a good dude as well, man. So it sucks to not have both of those individuals celebrating this with us.
Yeah, and to go with the Super Bowl 50 team, what are you looking for most coming back and reuniting with your guys, man? The guys that you were on that football field with through the good days, the bad days, but stuck together and won a Super Bowl with.
Phil, I'm sure you understand this. Life isn't the same. Life is different.
It is.
Right? You grow up and you play this game that we love to play for so many years, and you play it so well, then you go from level to the next level, and then you are able to feed your family with the game, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a certain lifestyle that comes with it. It's a certain notoriety. You get to go to work every day excited, right? Excited. Obviously, you probably banged up, but you're excited because you get to do what you love to do, right? So, obviously, we've all moved on. We have to move on. But, the game of football was so special to a lot of us because it's afforded us a lot of opportunities that we have today. And so, what I'm looking forward to, it sucks that it had to be 10 years.
Right.
But, hey, 10 years, I want to just bask in it. I want to just truly just hang out with my guys, man. Just share old war stories, just talk, have a good time, and just obviously, reminisce on DT, but reminisce on just life and see what people are doing. I just saw Britton Cole quit. He got all kind of gray hair. I'm like, it's crazy, right? We getting old. So we getting up there, but life is different. But you know what? I'm excited, that we all here, and it's giving me butterflies even talking about it.
That's so cool. And we're chatting with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall the way that we do every Friday. I love having you on, but today is just special, and you're here with us at Choppers. You got your Super Bowl ring hanging from a gold rope around your neck. And
a little style.
That team, B-Marsh, that team, it was almost like it was put together by a movie director with the characters that were on that team. Like the larger-than-life personalities. Aqib Talib, Von Miller, Chris Harris Jr., yourself.
T.J. Ward.
That side of the ball, it was just like the soundtrack of NFL football for that year in particular. Just talk about the characters that were to the left and right of you in that locker room.
Everybody, first of all, it was hilarious. The locker room was hilarious. We cracked jokes on each other. We just laughed. We talked about everything. It was first of all, it was the greatest locker room I've ever been a part of. I actually rode down from the airport with with the offensive line coach that year. His name is Clancy.
Yeah.
And, he talked about, because he was the coach in 2012 when we lost to the Ravens.
Yeah.
2013 we lost to the Seahawks. 2014 we lost in the division against the Colts, and he kept saying each year he thought it was a year. He said, "Oh no, we got the team. This is the year."
Yeah.
You know what? 2012 didn't work out. The Ravens beat us. 2013, this is definitely the year. Then we got blew out by the Seahawks.
Yeah.
2014, that should have been the year. Yeah. Then for some reason, we lost in the division round against the Colts.
The Colts, yeah.
And
Luck was there.
Andrew Luck, cool. Andrew Luck is a dog, but we should have won that game.
Yeah.
And then 2015, because I was on the 13 and 14 team, right? I was on the 12 team. But the 2015 team, what was different to me was the camaraderie. Everybody liked each other. We all hung out in the locker room, outside the locker room. We all was going out. We would all go to dinner. We would all just hang out. And to be honest with you, it was a lot of competition between each other at practice. But at the same time, we all wanted each other to do well. Like we all it was just the way we gelled was something special.
Yeah.
And I've never been in a locker room of that sort. And so it was almost no-brainer, not even no-brainer. It was also, it's kind of a coincidence that we were so tight, but then we also took it all the way and we won the Super Bowl. But when people ask me, like, what was so special about that year, the first thing that comes to mind was the camaraderie.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind is just how close everybody was, how tight-knit. Because 2012 Denver Broncos were extremely talented. 2013, extremely talented, right? 14, same. But what was missing? Payton wasn't fantastic 2015.
No.
Right? Because it is a quarterback-driven league, but he wasn't his normal self.
9 touchdowns, 17 picks.
Exactly. And we still won.
Right.
It's because, obviously, the defense, right? But it was that team, man. It was just special.
How did go ahead, Phil.
It's because, like, even for me, it's like, hey, the defense was firing on all cylinders. You guys were dominant. The offense was not doing their part. Payton, the sheriff, was hurt. How did you guys still stick together knowing that, hey, guys, defensively, like, we're going to have to pick up the pieces. We're going to have to make a play. We're going to have to score a touchdown on defense if we're going to win some of these games.
Yeah, and even though the offense wasn't what it was the previous 3 years, they still had weapons, right? So, whenever whenever we had to, DT made a play. Emmanuel made a play. Owen Daniels made a play.
Yeah.
C.J. Anderson, Ronnie Hillman made a play.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the defense was keeping us in the games, especially because we were 6-0. I think we was hitting on all cylinders for the most part, right? We beat the Packers. I think we held Aaron Rodgers to, 70-yard passing.
You guys beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, like 70 yards passing or something like
Took
something
that
crazy
belt
like
out.
that. After that, we lost our first game in Indy, and then we started to hit a little, turbulence, right? A little adversity, and we lost to the Colts, and I think a couple games after that, we lost to the Chiefs, and that's when Payton, he threw 3 or 4 interceptions in the first half.
Yep, I remember.
It was crazy.
Yep.
And then, hey, Phil, we was on the sideline like, what is going on?
I try to tell people, like, when you're on the sideline, right,
Yeah.
you're still separated, offense, defense. The defense is going to be upset if they're doing their part, but the offense isn't. They're going to have some words. They're going to be like, guys, step up.
Yeah, and
We're
I didn't know what was wrong with Payton. But apparently after that, he had to sit out some weeks because it was I don't know if his neck or his hand, whatever the case may be. It was a nerve issue.
Yep.
But we rallied around Brock Osweiler. We rallied around him. We said, okay, you know what? You're our guy. Let's do this. And Brock played well.
He did play well.
And Brock played well. And, I know he was upset. I'm getting a little messy here. I understand why he wanted to leave. I don't understand it, but I get why he wanted to leave.
And you're talking about Brock.
Brock Osweiler.
Yeah.
He wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Denver because at the end of the Chargers game, when we needed to win that game to secure the number 1 seed, he got pulled. They put Payton in.
It was at halftime, wasn't it? Or around
I think
then?
it was around then, the third quarter, something like that.
You got to put the sheriff back.
You have to put the sheriff. And then my thing is, I'm not understanding that because it's pay homage. That's Payton, right? You did your thing. We appreciate you. And guess what? It'll probably be your turn next year.
Right.
But I know there was a little issue with that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was an issue with money-wise as well, but I do know that made him feel some type of way. But
I remember.
Yeah.
And he didn't show up to the White House thing.
Yeah.
He went to an OTA practice. Instead with the new team, it got weird there at the end.
It got weird. And to be honest with you, it was I didn't expect that out of Brock, but it's all good. It's all good. I forgot the question because I sidetracked.
No, that's okay because I want to keep piggybacking on what Phil was saying. It's like when this was going on, you guys, was it awkward during the weeks that Payton just wasn't playing? Like, or do you even remember that sort of sequence?
It was awkward initially, right? Because it's like our starting quarterback, all world. To me, at the time, I thought Peyton Manning was the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you could still make that argument.
You know what I mean? And so it's tough to, supplant him and then
I still
put
call
in,
him Mr. Manning.
Exactly. And then put somebody else into the game.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, okay, I don't know how he's going to do. And then, okay, he threw a touchdown pass. Okay. Oh, he's leading the drive. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then you win a game, and then you have confidence. And even though we lost that Pittsburgh Steelers game when Antonio Brown
went
crazy.
Yeah, 162
Antonio
yards,
Brown
I think.
went crazy.
Yeah, something like that.
Brock played well. He played well. And after that, I think that's when we truly believed him. Even though we lost that game, we believed in Brock. And so that's what I'm talking about, the locker room, the camaraderie, everybody around each other. We rallied around no matter who was playing. And so, Brock did his thing. He allowed us. He kept us in contention, right? Because nobody wants to go to New England. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's tough to win in New England.
Right.
So,
just like Buffalo, too, man.
Oh, man. It's hard to win out there.
And we were just talking before you came on. It's like your guys' 3-game sequence to win the Super Bowl is beating Hall of Famer Big Ben, Hall of Famer Tom Brady. I think one day Cam Newton will have a shot to be in the Hall of Fame as a former MVP, leading a team to a Super Bowl, number 1 pick, all that. I mean, you guys slayed dragons on your way to putting that ring around your neck.
Yeah,
pretty special.
That's crazy because when people, ask to see this ring, and I just say, hey, look on the inside. That's our 3 playoff wins. And then a lot of people say, okay, so Steelers, y'all beat Ben Roethlisberger, right? They said the same thing you said. Then y'all beat Tom Brady. Then y'all beat – we had a crazy playoff run. Defensively, the playoff run was, unreal. And – to be honest with you, I don't know what happened and obviously we was hitting on all cylinders all year because we were the number 1 ranked defense. But when we got into that playoff, situation. First of all, Von Miller turned it up.
Yeah.
He is probably one of the only guys. You know how coaches say you can't turn the switch on and off. You got to practice how you play. He's the only one I've ever seen that could not practice. Or BS in practice and then come to the game and then turn up. And
my man's still turning up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but hey,
he's a freak.
He's a freak.
He's a freak.
Yeah. So after that, man, we just dominated.
We know that you have other stuff to do tonight. I want to ask you one more question before we cut you loose, and we're chatting with One of our favorites here, Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall, who joins us every Friday. We're not going to see you for a while in person, all right? We might not see this collection of guys together in person for another 10 years.
Yeah.
When you look back at your experiences that you're going to this weekend, what are you thankful for about your time in Denver? And you can take this anywhere you want to.
You know, I tell my lady all the time, Denver is probably one of my favorite cities in the world. The people that I've met, the energy that I've felt, the love, the genuineness, the atmosphere. Every time I come to Denver, I feel like calm. I don't know what it is about this city or the state of Colorado. When I come here, I just feel like a peace that I don't feel anywhere else. And it is interesting that I feel that, and there's times I crave coming back and moving back because I feel a certain peace here. And obviously,
Come on back, man.
you know, obviously one could, talk about, hey, you had a great career here. You played 6 seasons here.
Yeah.
You won a championship here. So that's why all the love and all the genuine, and it's all good. But it's something about being here that just makes me feel, I don't know. And it's tough to really put my finger on it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I appreciate about my time in Denver most. It's just the way that I feel when I'm here, the way that I feel around the people, the way that I just feel. I don't know what it is, and I really can't put my finger on it, but this, one of the best decisions I made before I go was choosing Denver, because after I got cut from Jacksonville, it was my third time being cut. I had the option to stay in Jacksonville on the practice squad, go to Oakland on the practice squad, or go to Denver on the practice squad. So all practice squads, opportunities, what I tried to do was I tried to pin them against each other. So I tried to say, okay, well, these two teams want me in the practice squad. Will you pay me more? Nobody would pay me more. It's like, nah, we're not paying you more. So literally I said, okay, what do I want to do? I told Jacksonville I was going to stay, by the way. They cut me. They said, well, you will stay on the practice squad. I said, yes, I'm going to stay. Denver called after that. I called Terrence Knighton, pot roast.
Yeah, pot roast.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, man, what you think, man? I might stay, because he just came from Jacksonville, by the way, to Denver.
Good man.
Right?
Yep,
so it made sense to call him. He was like, B, this is going to be a great opportunity for you. I think you should come here. And honestly, I was going to pick Oakland low-key, because when I looked at Denver's roster, I'm like, man, it's stacked. I don't know if I'm going to get to play. But then when I looked at Oakland, I'm like, well, they're a losing team, so I may get to play faster. But the problem with losing teams there's a lot of turnover at the bottom of the roster and turnover with the coaches. So I said, nah, you know what? I'm going to go to a more established. Let's just see what happens. Greatest decision I've ever made.
Rest is history.
The greatest decision ever.
Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall, presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder, family driven for over 100 years. I very rarely, I always try to make sure I say, well, I'm speaking for myself. I don't want to speak for anyone else. This is a rare occasion where I will speak on behalf of Broncos country and just say, man, we love you.
Thank you.
And we are so thankful that you join us every week. And
damn, Zach, you cheating on me, man?
This is great, and I'm so glad that you took the time out, because you didn't have to be here with us in person.
Yeah.
It just hits different when we're sitting here talking like human beings.
Yeah.
We could do this for another hour. Go enjoy yourself. Go get saturated in the love and just soak it in, because this is rare. I mean, even for the highest of the highs, this weekend is just going to be really rare for you guys, and I hope you bask in it.
D-Marsh, man, welcome back home,
Thank
man.
you.
You deserve everything that you guys are going to do and have fun and be rewarded for what you guys brought to Broncos country, man. Truly, when I was young, watching you and you guys do what you did was so exciting, man. Watching you guys in the living room, man, and I looked up to you guys, and I still do. So, go have fun today. Don't be a vegan anymore, man. I like how you look right now.
Yeah, I got a little muscle.
All right,
speaking of saturated, I will go get saturated in a couple cocktails. So
Yes, go get saturated. I'm going to catch up to you here. I'm going to catch up to you here in less than an hour. That is Brandon Marshall. Fantastic stuff. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. All right, Phil, that was pretty special. That was pretty special, and I've been lucky enough to be in studio with Brandon Marshall quite a bit. This was the best interaction that we've ever had with him. I mean,
well, it's always great to get them in person, and get a player in person. And for B. Marsh to come back, he's like, I haven't got to see B. Marsh in a long time because he doesn't live here.
Still looks great.
Looks great, man. He looks better than great. And that's why I said with the vegan stuff, you got to stop it.
Yeah.
You're a football player. But to see him in person and doing what he's doing now, and everybody is getting older. So it's fun, and it's exciting to see B. Marsh back here in Colorado. And I'm sure that there's going to be some fans out there that can't wait to see him as well. So it's one of these things where go have fun and enjoy it for B. Marsh with his lady and bask in all this, man. It's you only get to do something like this so many times.
Yeah, and think about this. This is the first time, and I'm sure, they were all together at the White House. But I say all together, they weren't even all together because Osweiler didn't show up.
Yeah.
And I know that it's not going to be the full complement of guys. Brandon McManus is still playing. Von Miller's still playing. But this will be the closest thing that they have to all being together in many, many years. And it's just it's unique. And, again, that group of guys, man, and I didn't get to ask them the question I was going to ask them. Is there a member of this defense that would start on that team? But at the same time, I'm glad that we stayed in the moment.
In the moment, got to really know a little bit more about B. Marsh. Got to know about like what he is all about. Got to know about how he had to go through practice squads to get to where he is now, and he chose the right place. He probably prayed on it. And,
how about that story?
Yeah, but that's why you like to listen to these stories, and not just about these football players, but anybody's story is unique, and you learn something about them. And I didn't know that B. Marsh went through 3 practice squads or had a chance to get on 3 different practice squads. Chose the Denver Broncos, and the rest was history for him, and he won a Super Bowl. And great decision for him, and it's something that he's going to always remember for the rest of his life.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And this will be a great weekend for sure for those guys. And you got to love the Super Bowl ring just hanging from the gold rope around his neck. That is.
He needs to watch from Talib, though. Talib might snatch that thing off of him now.
Yes. And I think Talib is going to be here this weekend.
Yeah, I think everybody. Chris Harris will be here. I know C.J. Anderson's another one that will be here. And we'll go from there. But it's going to be fun and electrifying in that stadium on Sunday.
There's no doubt about it. And in that stadium on Sunday, it's got to be a W. I mean, you cannot screw this up. You cannot, you're honoring Demaryius Thomas. You're honoring the Super Bowl 50 team. You're playing a team that has lost 8 consecutive road games. You have the longest win streak at home in the National Football League. There's no two ways about this. There's only one version of this story on Sunday.
Oh, this is a must-win. This is a must-win, and we talked about it yesterday, Zach. We talked about it yesterday. We'll talk about it again. You're going up against the Giants that's 2-4. They're on the road, haven't won a road game yet. You just sat there and explained why it's important for the Denver Broncos to win when it comes to the environment and Demaryius Thomas and the Super Bowl 50 team. But also on the football field, you have a dominant defense that needs to continue their dominance. You have an offense that needs to get going. You have a Giants team that has a bunch of confidence because of these young players like Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo. But also, you're dealing with a Giants team that wants to come in here and upset the Denver Broncos like they felt like they upset the Eagles. So there's a lot riding on this game. The defense will be ready. All right, and the reason why I say the defense is going to be ready because there's a lot of chatter going on this social media.
Yeah, how about this? I mean, this thing is taking on a life of its own.
It really is, and it seems like a college football atmosphere where you're talking stuff like it's a rivalry. And it's like, guys, you guys are the Giants right now, and I don't know disrespect, but a little bit of disrespect. You guys are 2-4,
right?
And the 2 wins come from you being at home. Now you're on the road in a hostile environment and in Power Field. Like don't disrespect us. So there's a lot going on.
So let's recap this if we can try to keep up with it. So Jonathan Cooper's at the podium on Wednesday, and he doesn't really say anything. He didn't belittle Jackson Dart. He's like, hey, this is a young guy. He's running around excited. He's got his chain on, and he's like, hey,
trying to be flashy.
Yeah, and he sort of made a comment like that. Then there's a tweet from Nick Benito because the reaction that Jonathan Cooper got to that comment from the Giants fans and even Giants media, who I saw one media member was like, comments like this from Cooper just lets you know that Jackson Dart has arrived.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
No, I saw
and I was
a couple of them like that.
Geez Louise, like, holy smokes, hold your horses.
But it's all about hope over there with New York.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like? It feels like Drew Lock. Those 5 games where Broncos country was holding on and latching on to that hope that maybe Drew Lock could be that guy. Maybe Drew Lock can bring back the memories of a Super Bowl 50, right? Like the Super Bowl 50 team.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. Well, that's where the Giants are right now. They're just trying to latch on to anything. And Jackson Dart has done a good job in the first 3 games of his career.
He has.
But you're going into a different beast. You're going into a different game, a different mindset of a team like the Denver Broncos, where it's like, hey, we're not playing around with you.
Yep. And
when they're making that clear, the defense is making it clear that we don't care about your chains. We don't care about your little cute dances that you want to do, the moonwalk and scatterbooth backflipping. Like, you need to be ready to play this game because the Denver Broncos defense is ready to play.
Well, in response to all that noise coming out of New York, Benito ends up tweeting, "This is the most delusional fan base I've ever seen." And then he deletes the tweet. And then, of course, people have screenshots.
He should have never
of the
deleted
tweet.
the tweet, Zach. He should have just kept it up there. Like, he should have. Like, if you're gonna say it, you're gonna say it. My guessing is the PR team say, "Hey, dude, we need you to take it down." Because if I'm Nick Benito, and I feel that way, stand on it. Stand on. They already have it. Once you put something out there to Twitter or to Instagram, it's out there.
It's out there, right?
It doesn't matter if you delete the tweet. It's out there.
So then someone from New York jumps in Nick Benito's direct messages and says, "We saw the tweet."
Yeah.
And he says, "I don't care. BTA, get out of my DMs." He said BTA on Sunday. That's belt to ass. And
I love it.
So,
that's my word right there. Go ahead, Nick Benito.
And then the next thing you know, Abdul Carter, top pick out of Penn State, is saying, "Hey, we're going to settle this on the field on Sunday." I mean, so this just you have this regular season Week 7 football game, and a whole bunch of sugar and spice just got sprinkled on it.
Yeah, sugar and spice, and like you said earlier, and a lot of it is not nice. But this is why you play the game of football. I love it, Zach, truly. This is what the game has been missing. It's bad guys, villains, a little bit of spice, something to talk about. And so for some reason, it's the Giants that want to do the talking. But I love it because now if you think this was going to be a trap game for the Denver Broncos, you're sadly mistaken.
Right.
Everybody is talking about this. I guarantee Sean Payton is talking about this. The defense is definitely talking about it. And for the offense, it's like, hey, guys, we have to do our job. This is on us now. We know our defense is going to come to play, but we haven't came to play yet. And now when we step foot on that football field, we're going to be the reasons why either we win or lose this game. We have to score points. We have to sustain drives so that we can keep this defense fresh, so that we can keep Broncos country alive and excited throughout this game.
Well, that'll be the top thing that I'm watching for. I think I know what I'm going to get from this defense, and I hope that's true, knock on wood. But this offense has a long way to go in building trust.
Yeah.
With this fan base. This is a football team that just held their opponent to 82 total yards in an NFL game and negative 10 passing yards, and the team that did that to another team won by 2. I mean, that's unacceptable. Just think about that. You held a team to less than 100 yards total, and you won by 2 points?
It's like it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
And it's not just for the offense, special teams too.
Yep.
You guys have to go out there and get your act together and play football. Do what you're do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're getting paid to do. Make plays. Somebody has to make a play. Cortland Sutton has to make a play. J.K. Dobbins has to make a play. R.J. Harvey, it's time for you to wake up and make that play. And most of all, the most important piece out there offensively, Bo Nix, it's time. It's time. All right, enough of the talking about is he a franchise quarterback or is he not. Go out there and show the world, show Broncos country why you are a franchise quarterback. Set your feet. Stay in the pocket. Have that rhythm, the timing, the processing that Sean has talked about with you. All right, make the plays when they're there. And when they're not there, utilize those beautiful legs that we talk about every single week. Sustain those drives, convert the third downs, and let's have a little fun. Give the Broncos country, give us something to latch on to.
Well, I told you earlier in the week, and I'm rarely someone who wants to make some bold prediction without drawing from substance, without pointing to evidence to why that's my opinion on whatever topic we're talking about. I don't have a lot of that. We
didn't have a lot of it in trivia, and we were able to get that answer.
Yeah, well,
we didn't have a lot. We didn't have a lot of backing, but it's about a feeling. So what's the feeling?
That's true. We just had a feeling that.
What's the feeling, man?
Man, I feel like Bo Nix in this offense is due for a breakout at home. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're due for a breakout at home. I think the Giants are a bit of a one-hit wonder to a degree.
Yeah.
To a degree. And I think they're fun and exciting. I think it's one, separate from the game prediction, just to stick on this offense.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix, Sean Payton with a point to prove at home. I feel like Bo will have his best game of the season on Sunday.
Bo needs to, but I'm with you. I feel like Bo is going to be aggressive, and I believe Sean's going to let him do that. Sean's going to just open up. He may reduce a couple things, the personnel grouping. Maybe it's like we're not going to do a bunch of checks, but when there's a play there to be made, let's go and get it. Let's get Cortland Sutton involved, who only had one catch for 17 yards.
Yep.
Let's get Troy Franklin involved down the football field. Marvin Mims, let's be a little bit more creative with him. But it's going to start with Bo Nix. And as long as Bo Nix is relaxed, has that smile on his face, maybe that little wink he had against the Jets, that first drive, we're going to be just fine. Sustain these drives like we say all the time. Get the run game going. Build off of that into play action. Just things like that we can keep the rhythm going so that we can get in the red zone. And this is where someone like Sean Payton comes to play, where Sean Payton was able to scheme up creative ways to get touchdowns in the red zone to his tight end. So it starts with Bo. Zach, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. And in terms of Sutton, I know you touched on him briefly in passing. My bold prediction for the game will be that Cortland Sutton goes over 100 yards. And he's coming off that game you just referenced, one catch for 17 yards. Traditionally, when Cortland Sutton either is not featured a lot or just doesn't produce a lot, that next game he is super productive. And so you think back to Thursday Night Football last year against the Saints. He doesn't have a single target. The next game goes for 100 yards. Earlier in the season, he had a game against the Colts. One catch for 6 yards. What happens the next game? He goes for 118 yards and a touchdown. Last week, a single catch, 17 yards, 3 total targets. I am expecting Cortland Sutton to be featured a lot in the passing game, and he's going to maximize the opportunity. Whatever his total, his game day total for receiving yards, I'm not looking at it right now, but I don't need to look at it. I'm taking the over. I can
take
promise
the over.
you.
I'm with you on it. Take the over because I think that Cortland Sutton's going to be targeted at least. Let's go 10 to 14 times. This is a big-time game for Court. It's at home. It's Bo Nix trying to get his guy going. Jamar Chase was able to get going with Joe Flacco.
How about that?
And Joe Flacco didn't know the plays, but he know what he said? I'm giving it to my number one receiver.
Yep.
That's what Bo Nix needs to do. Just get it to your number one receiver. And when I talk about just getting to your number one receiver, he's going to be open because right now that secondary is struggling. They're giving up the 4th most passing yards in the NFL as of right now. So let's go, Bo. Let's go, Court. Let's get some kind of chemistry going again, and let's move down that damn field.
Well, hopefully they can capitalize on a struggling unit in a way that they were not able to a week ago with the 31st ranked Jets defense giving up over 31 points a game, and Broncos couldn't get first downs. So it's got to happen. The time is now. I've said this in the past, but people will say it's early. It's early. Don't let the calendar be your source of optimism. Use your eyes. What does it look like? It hasn't been good. It needs to get better. It starts on Sunday. So we'll see if they can turn that page. J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey.
Yeah.
What do you think the order of operations looks like on Sunday for the running backs?
It's J.K. until you can't. It's J.K. until you can't. We got to get the run game going. We got to get some type of rhythm. All right, get downhill. I did not love Sean Payton's run scheme last week of the tosses. All right, tosses work at times. All right, but not very rarely are you going to have a running back break a toss. So let's get downhill, one cut, get vertical. That's J.K.'s strength. All right, get this offensive line, getting on double teams, moving up to the second level, sealing off that linebacker so J.K. can be explosive. So I'm looking for J.K. to touch the ball at least Let's go 17 to 20 times. Establish that dang run. And for RJ, it is what it is right now with you, man. You have to earn your right to be on that football field. So if you get 3 opportunities or 3 carries, make one of them count. Bust one for 10, 15 yards. Force Sean to have to play you more because you're doing well. That's what you have to do. That's what I did when I was coming in my rookie year. I knew that, hey, if I wanted more opportunities, I have to make the ones that give me count. So go out there, if you're RJ, play free. All right, catch the balls when they're thrown to you, but let's break a tackle. Break a tackle, make somebody miss, move the chains, have a little bit of confidence, a little swagger in your step. That's how you get more opportunities.
Well, we talked with Mike Klis a little bit earlier in the show today, and it was really interesting, his response to my question when I asked him about there being some pressure on Sean Payton and Bo Nix to finally get this offense on track. And this is what Klis said.
You know, I kind of sensed that Sean Payton felt a little tight this week. His press conferences, right? You guys listen to the press conferences and play them back, and the answers were short. They were really short today. He's not happy with the way things are going with the offense. And, you know, this offense scored 25 points a game last year. It's scoring 21.7 this year. They added the weapons, and they've gotten worse. They've got this kickoff return where they're getting the field position at the 35-yard line by and large, and you know they're not scoring as many points as last year. So I do think he's trying to figure it out, and I do think he's frustrated with the way it's going, and him more than Bo Nix, I think. Bo seems kind of the same. I think Bo's okay. I do think Sean Payton is really wanting a good game. We're really wanting a good game. I think he maybe feels it. And, you know, he'll be around Kubiak and Manning and the Super Bowl 50 team. A reminder that the Broncos have won the Super Bowl a lot more recently than he has. And, you know, I think he really wants to show off with a good game on Sunday.
All right, good stuff earlier from Mike Klis, and you hear him talk about that pressure. And it's been a weird week. Like if you are used to being in the trenches following this football team, and you're watching every press conference, and you're getting the mannerisms and just the week-to-week fabric of who these guys are, this was a different week for Sean. He was very short in his press conference answers. He looked tense and looked like he was feeling the moment a little bit and understanding. It's my side of the ball that's got to get its bleep together.
Well, as he should. He should feel the pressure. One, he's the head coach, and he's the offensive coordinator. You're the mastermind. Get this team going. And we all know what pressure does to you. It's either going to create a diamond or bust a pipe. And in this game moving forward on Sunday, there needs to be fireworks. We need to create a diamond with this pressure if you're Sean Payton. And then maybe it's the reducing of the personnel grouping, the reducing of, you know what, let me just keep it simple for Bo Nix and let him play. Don't give him too much on his plate at the beginning of the game. And as the game goes on, you get in some rhythm. Add a little bit more as the more confidence he gets. I'm going to say this again like I always say it. Knowledge equals confidence equals playing fast. As long as the offense is on the same page with the same knowledge, knowing what they need to do, they're going to have the confidence to go out there and make the plays. They're going to make the plays and play fast, and we're going to be okay just because of that. And we'll get the points that we need as long as everybody on that offense, including Sean, is on the same page.
All right, man. This game feels a little bit weighted. And they're all, Sean will say, they're all units, you know, and this should count the same as beating Philly, you know, a non-divisional NFC team. But the fact that they're honoring Demaryius, the fact that Super Bowl 50 10-year reunion is happening, you got to go win this game. It would be embarrassing if the Giants came in here and won. The Broncos can't let that happen. I don't think it's going to happen. We'll make our predictions here shortly. But, prepare yourself for the very best thing that you'll hear today. We put together a tribute for Demaryius Thomas that is unique. It's got a little bit of Peyton Manning in there. And if you haven't heard it yet, it's absolute must listen. The reaction that we have gotten from this piece of audio has been overwhelming, quite honestly. If you haven't heard DT's voice in a while, it's an absolute must. If you've already heard it today, like we've had people reach out and said, man, it was better the second time that I heard it. We're going to play it for a third and final time for you coming up next.
Will Sean Payton get the offense back on track? Can Vance Joseph's defense continue its historic start to the season? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show. Live from Mile High Station starting at noon. Presented by Modelo. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Phillip Lindsay here with Williams Jewelers. If you're like me, well, diamonds and fine jewelry were never on my radar before I met the love of my life. But gentlemen, there comes a time when it's time for you to step up, when it's time for you to get out that comfort zone and tell her exactly how you feel. And guys, nothing says I love you like diamonds from Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler. From one humble little store in Inglewood, they've grown into 2 locations and have become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. Fellas, come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver of every size, shape, and price range. And the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever seen. They'll share with you all the secrets of the business, then give you the best price in Colorado. Guaranteed. It's time for you to step up, fellas. It's time for you to shine. Go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. Williams Jewelers, Denver's first family of fine jewelers in Tree Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Beverly. And let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
As days get shorter and roads get busier, fall brings more accidents. If you've been injured, Postman Law is here to help. No fees unless we win. Call 844-POSTMAN. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Big deals on windows and siding. Order in October, finance with them, and pay nothing until November 2027. Be warm for the holidays. Call 5280 Exteriors. Low monthly payments. 5280 Exteriors. The altitude of quality.
Whether it's kickoff, halftime, or the final drive, fuel your football season at Dickey's Barbecue Pits. Order the 2 Can Dine for $29.99 deal. 2 meat plates stacked with pit smoke flavor. Or go for the new Triple Play Combo. A classic sandwich, savory side, and a big yellow cup for just $12.99. No matter who you're rooting for, great barbecue is always a win. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, legit. Texas barbecue.
What's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Disappointing offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with Orchard. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale and helping you sell on the market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then once you're all settled in, your Orchard agent helps sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one Orchard customer said. I never could have sold without Orchard. I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Upgrade your hunting arsenal with premium brands at great prices during the Shields Hunting Sale event happening now through October 19th. Scope out savings on your favorite brands in camo, rifles, ammunition, and so much more. Like $200 off the Sitka Fanatic jacket and up to $500 off the Leupold VX5 HD rifle scope. Join the community of hunters who trust Shields experts to outfit their adventures and get more bang for your buck now through October 19th at Shields.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Live from Chopper's Sports Grill on a Bud Light Football Friday. Bottom half of hour number 4. Man, really appreciate Chopper's today. They've been great to us on a Bud Light Football Friday. Our friends from Bud Light here, within a half hour, are giving away tickets to Broncos, Cowboys, along with 2 Bud Light VIP tailgate passes to that game. You got to be 21 years old to enter that contest. Bud Light, official beer of the Denver Broncos. Really, really unique show today. I'm just going to say that. Really unique show.
It's been a fun show, man.
It has, man. And
heavy, too.
Yeah.
Heavier than usual.
Yes.
But
yes. Because
we needed it.
Yes. We did need it. And, I sent some stuff to our team this morning, first thing in the morning, and said maybe we can put this, they'll call it mix it down. Can we put these things together and make it one audio file? And Drew did it, and it was partly the Denver Broncos themselves, after DT pass, put together an emotional short video on YouTube, and we took some of that and mixed it with some comments from Peyton Manning, and we played it in the first hour, and I was just floored with the reaction.
Yeah.
And the amount of people who said that they got emotional, the amount of people that said they were literally crying tears. I read a grandfather who said his granddaughter had never seen him cry before. Wow. and was confused on what was going on. And I found myself getting emotional in a way that I was trying to prevent and didn't quite see for myself once I especially started to try to read some of the RamosLaw.com text.
See, that's the hardest thing to do is just –
Dude.
Listen, you did it. I couldn't do it.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And I wish I wasn't that way,
But it's what makes you, man.
It just is what it is. And so that's sort of the setup for what you're about to hear. DT being immortalized into the Ring of Fame this weekend. This is going to start with some comments from Peyton Manning not long after DT passed, and then you'll hear DT's voice. If you hadn't heard DT's voice in a while, man, it's a welcome listen for your ears. So without further ado, here is our tribute that you'll only hear on the drive to the late, great Demaryius Thomas.
A special and unique guy, obviously an incredible player, dependable, accountable, tough, hardworking, unselfish, all the things you want in a great teammate, much less an incredibly talented receiver. but off the field, he was every bit as good a person as he was a player. Very giving to all of his teammates' charities, great with all the players and families, coaches' families and kids. So it's been really tough. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. He will be dearly missed. He was great to my kids, great to my family, which is more important than any touchdown that he ever caught for me. But the other thing I'll say is, he was a big reason why I came out here to play. I knew what he had done in just 2 years, but I also knew what he was capable of doing, and that was a big part of the attractiveness of coming out to play for the Broncos. So for so many reasons, I'm very indebted and thankful to Demaryius.
Even when I was a ball player, I tried to, be calm, be humble, because at the end of the day, I wanted to be seen as Demaryius Thomas, not the football player Demaryius Thomas.
Congratulations, son. Quick throw, Demaryius Thomas uses the stiff arm. There he goes!
Down the seam. Thomas there, caught first down at the 27.
Sails it downfield. Thomas there, he made the catch! What a catch by Payton!
My main thing is to give back. I never wanted to be the super famous guy, because there's a lot of people come from where I come from that don't have the opportunity. I was one of them, so now I want to get the chance to try to help some of those people.
With the 22nd pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Demaryius Thomas.
Made a lot of plays, and I'm a good guy. Happy to be a Denver Bronco.
And it wasn't just all about going and get the catch. It was times when we need a big block, I might do that, or whatever it was. I was just making sure I could be there for my team and my guys, so I can, take pressure off somebody maybe, or, spring up or open a big block for somebody, whatever it was. It wasn't never really about me. I was trying to do it for the team.
Here we go. First snap of the overtime. Shotgun for Tim Tebow. Short motion is Eddie Royal. Tim play fakes in the pocket. Sets.
Got at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50. Here we go. 40, 35, foot race, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown! Denver is over! It's over in Denver! Denver's going on the New England. They win it on the first play of overtime.
It's like it was yesterday. Every time I see it, every time I watch it, I still get the chills, because it was just crazy. I didn't know I had won the game. I didn't know the game was over with, because if I knew the game was over, I just would have went through the tunnel.
That was the first year of the new playoffs rules, and I wasn't probably paying attention when they talked about it.
Every one of them special when we play them. I play everyone like it's a special, like it's my last one. So it's going to be a good day today.
I tried to do what I could do. Every play, if it was going to catch a ball, if it was going to block somebody, I try to put my everything in it every time.
Manning, quick throw. He's got Demaryius Thomas. Thomas inside the 25. Inside the 20. Here we go. 10, 5. Touchdown, Denver. The big wide receiver just pinballed off a Cardinal defender. Payton, empty backfield. Three-man rush. He bounces around. He throws. DT is there. Are they going to say touchdown? Touchdown, Demaryius Thomas. Brett Favre and make room for the new king.
It was a special play, and I was so happy to be a part of it and be the one to catch it. Having the group learning together as a whole and one, thinking like one, that's when the best came out of all of us. I still remember Super Bowl 50 right here. It's on me. I ain't gonna never forget it. I grew up, I don't know where it come from. I never tried to say I was the best at something, but I was always the one to try to prove I was the best at something. I was never grew up to disrespect, but I was never scared of nothing. No regrets, no fear.
All right, pretty cool.
Really cool.
Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. And when he says, hey, Super Bowl 50, I'll never forget it, it's on me. He was literally pointing to his arm where he has a Super Bowl 50 tattoo on his forearm. So the Super Bowl 50 team being celebrated this weekend, DT being immortalized in the Ring of Fame. His name will hang from the top of Mile High long after anyone who is within the sound of my voice will be around, and he will quite literally live forever on the facade, but also in just a lot of people's hearts and minds. You know, he made quite an impression. And then, you know, also Ronnie Hillman as well.
Yeah. I'm glad we touched on Ronnie.
Yeah, and it's just so interesting, and I say interesting, I mean heartbreaking, that 10 years after Super Bowl 50, the leading receiver and the leading running back from that team are no longer with us.
Yeah.
And that's hard to reconcile, but at the same time, you can't change it, and I don't think that DT or Ronnie would want people to be sad on a day like Sunday.
No. They want them to cherish these moments and celebrate what everybody did. And for DT, it's going to be a celebration for him. Ronnie Hillman, a celebration for Super Bowl 50 and what he done, because Brandon Marshall was right. Without Ronnie Hillman, I don't think you get to the Super Bowl. Everybody matters. Everybody has a job to do, and you have to do it at the best of your ability, and that's what happened with Ronnie Hillman. And for Demaryius, I mean, we know that he's one of the all-time great Broncos, and he'll forever be remembered.
All right. We'll leave that right where it lies. Predictions heading into a busy weekend coming up next.
Will Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper wreak havoc on Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo? Will Bo Nix shake off the tough outing in London? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, guys. Phillip Lindsay here, and I need to tell you about my new obsession. Yes, it's all about the Daisy's French onion dip. That's right. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching any big-time game. And now that Daisy's has come out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip, along with a Daisy Ranch dip, guys, these are definitely game changers that you're not going to want to miss out on. They're as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you can find in your own kitchen. So if you want to be blown away like I was, then you need to give Daisy's French Onion Dip a try today. You can find Daisy's French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
Are joint pain or injuries keeping you from living your best life? I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. We don't believe in one size fits all. Instead, we create personalized stem cell treatment plans using your own stem cells or donor cells to help regenerate joints, repair torn muscles and ligaments, and restore mobility. For a limited time, get 10% off through October. Don't wait. Book your free consultation now at denverregen.com. That's denverregen.com.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
The cost of everything is still out of control, and many of us are relying on credit cards to cover essentials. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created a smart equity loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike a HELOC, which can have varied interest rates, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. That means one predictable monthly payment, giving you peace of mind. This loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your existing low mortgage rate intact. It only takes 10 minutes to get started with no upfront or hidden fees. Call American Financing today and start saving now at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Most business owners and decision makers work hard but stay frustrated because customers simply don't know they exist. Marketing isn't about being flashy. It's about making sure people understand how you solve their problem. Audio, video, and online campaigns put your message where your customers are already paying attention. And your friends at Denver Sports, they specialize in connecting customers to businesses. The moment you get clear and show up consistently, growth follows. Don't stay the best kept secret in town. Visit DenverSports.com and click on the Advertise with Us button and start growing today.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Autographs, kissing babies. My man, the hot commodity. I love it.
I just
signed
a CU helmet. I'm like,
Fight.
are you sure?
Down the field.
I'm like, are you sure you want my signature on the CU helmet? He's like, absolutely. Oh my gosh, we have met some awesome listeners today.
Man, you must not be a true Buff fan.
These guys came.
Come on.
These guys came from southern New Mexico.
Okay.
And came in here. They're with us here today. They've been sitting here for hours watching our show, and then they're going to go to Avs tomorrow night, Broncos on Sunday.
And I appreciate it. I think one's a Broncos fan or a fan of it, and one's a Giants fan.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you're getting a little bit of knowledge. So maybe you understand not to be a Giants fan anymore. I get you.
Well, it's been great interacting with all these listeners today. And anytime we go out on the road and get that sort of reaction, I know we've talked about it in the past. We're human beings and it feels good, right? We all to different degrees, appreciate validation and all that stuff, and it just feels great. So
it is. It's good to see the guys and everybody out here supporting us.
Yep, and shout out the RamosLaw.com text line. I've way more than usual have just been watching this today, and we've got hundreds of text messages, and we just played that DT tribute again, and seeing it in just wholesale fashion once again, and really good. Making the best out of a less than ideal situation. Okay, so it's time, Mr. Phillip Lindsay. It's time to make predictions as we head into the weekend. All right? Broncos on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Can the Denver Broncos keep alive the longest home winning streak in the NFL and make it go from 7 to 8 games? I want to hear a bold prediction on a individual player. All right, and then let's talk about who's going to win this game and why. Do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first, man. I'll go first on this one. This is going to be an emotional Sunday with Demaryius Thomas and him being honored in the Ring of Fame for the Super Bowl 50 team being out there and everybody that can be out there, will be out there, coaching staff, players, you name it. But this is also a game where there's a lot of hype around it now with the Twitter going crazy with what Nick Bonito said, what Jonathan Cooper said a couple days ago with Jackson Dart. This defense who has been very dominant, and they're trying to keep this going in an offense that has to finally find some type of spark. So with that being said, it's time for the Denver Broncos to put a full 60-minute game together. Offensively, defensively, special teams, coaching staff, everybody has to be on the same page. It's time to show it. If we're going to be a Super Bowl winning type of team, then we got to go out there and play ball. You have Super Bowl 50 there watching you guys. Show out then. The 2025 Denver Broncos have to put a complete game together, and it starts on Sunday against the Giants. All right, Bo Nix is going to go crazy. And it doesn't have to be 300 yards passing. What it's going to be is him setting those feet, anchoring down, making the throws that are there, utilizing his feet when it comes to running and getting the first down. It's going to be J.K. Dobbins, all right, sustaining drives, establishing the run, the offensive line, establishing that run. Cortland Sutton, who's going to have at least 10 to 14 targets, I believe. Troy Franklin, who knows he needs to emerge as a receiver too. I think he's going to get a lot more involved downfield. In the special teams, it's going to be one of the bigger reasons why we win this game, Zach.
Really?
Marvin Mims is going to take one to the house.
Oh!
That's my bold prediction.
Oh!
Now, I don't know if it's kick return or a punt return, but Marvin Mims,
doesn't matter.
the Pro Bowler, two-time Pro Bowler, is going to take one to the house and blow this game open. And the Denver Broncos win 27-10.
Oh, wow. I absolutely love it with the shot call about Marvin Mims. 27-10, a 17-point victory.
At home.
I love it. I love it. And this is who the Broncos have been at home over the last year and change. They have been able to punish teams that they're supposed to beat when they're playing in Denver. I like it. When I look at the dynamics, I think that the Giants are a fun, upstarting operation. They have a vibrant young quarterback who likes to have fun. They have a solid defense, but they have this Cam Scadaboo, this tag team of Jackson Dart and Scadaboo has been fun. But the fun is going to stop on Sunday. And when you're looking at the Giants, who have lost 8 consecutive road games, and you're coming to Denver against the longest winning streak at home in professional football, the Giants are trying to win back-to-back games for the first time since 2023. I don't think it's going to happen. I have a huge afternoon for Cortland Sutton, who seems to respond every single time that he does not have a big game. Thursday Night Football a year ago, doesn't receive a target, next week goes for 100 yards. Week 2 against Indianapolis, 1 catch for 6 yards. The following week, 118 yards on 6 receptions plus a touchdown. Last week was a quiet game from Sutton. Just a single catch for 17 yards. The overcorrection is coming. My bold prediction, Cortland Sutton has a 100-yard game, his second of the season, following that Chargers 118-yard game. Bo Nix and the offense, it's time. Like, there's pressure on you guys now. The standard that the Super Bowl team set, they're watching this performance.
Yeah.
And I think Sean Payton feels the pressure, not because of the Super Bowl 50 team watching, just the natural pressure. He's been very terse all week long. I think he and Bo Nix have their best game, and they run away from the Giants in the back half of this game.
Let's go.
I have the Denver Broncos winning this contest 31-20.
Okay.
31-20. The Broncos score in the 30s for the first time this year, and we're coming in with a renewed sense of hope and optimism for the offense specifically. And for the defense, I just think it's going to be a long day. I think the Giants get to 20 on a backdoor late touchdown to window dress the scoreboard a little bit. Jackson Dart gets taken out 5 times, 5 sacks for the Denver Broncos.
Bring in Russ.
Yes. Yes.
Bring in Russ.
Put Jackson Dart back in the blue tent. I want to see one passing attempt from Russell Wilson this coming Sunday. We'll see if we get it. A huge thanks to Choppers Sports Grill and Bud Light on a Bud Light Football Friday. Thanks to all of our listeners for rocking with us on a very unique and at some points emotional day. And we say so long. Have a great weekend. I say this at the end of every Friday show for years, man. Be kind to one another over the next couple days. Enjoy the game on Sunday. Denver Sports Tonight is coming up next.
Denver and New York are set for a mile-high showdown. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, Broncos country, summer is officially over, and that means one thing. It's time to get ready for the game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field to cheer on the Broncos or traveling up to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you know you need to get there on time and in style. And speaking of the Denver Broncos, you can get 30% off of your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for the entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention that code PL30 when you're booking your luxury transportation to Empower Field. So what I'm trying to tell you is let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle all the traffic and parking hassles, and you focus on what really matters the most, having as much fun as possible and making as many memories as you can with your family and friends. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Halloween's here. Costumes, candy, and maybe a few scares. But nothing scarier than being ghosted by your insurance company after an accident. At Postman Law, we've delivered over $3 billion to our clients, and we make it simple. Speed, ease, results. With free case evaluations and no fee unless we win, you're never left in the dark. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that